affront to God.
Oh.
Oh, the wibbly wobblies? Yeah, what the fuck, man?
I am more upset with Babs.
Why are you upset with Babs? He loves
It's
you.
tiny!
Because he's a small man.
Tiny. Just make it the size. It's small.
Devin
it's
should
that...
technically be tiny.
Well,
too.
his is mostly background. He's so tiny. Wait, how big are you, Devin? Like, how tall are you?
Halfling size.
Small. Should
so,
also
so fairly small, you know.
All right, so we want a bigger token for Crag. Is that it? That's fine. I can make that real quick.
No.
That's not a problem.
No,
Boo,
the size is not the issue, Craig. The
No,
size is
it's
not
the shape is the issue.
The worst part is that it's not.
Wasn't that the whole thing about Clinton though? Like it wasn't the size, but the shape.
I like.
God damn it!
Toss that right up for you, Casey.
Oh wow!
So we
You're
don't
welcome.
like the weird shape. I thought it was unique.
Yeah, uniquely annoying.
People when people say, "Oh, I love it. It's so unique." That's people's nice way of saying it's fucking weird and I hate it. And that's what unique secretly means.
Your token has a great personality.
Has a great personality. Very nice. Very nice.
Has a good mouthfeel.
Oh,
We were talking about mouthfeel earlier, though, so way to bring it back around. That's a good callback to something I don't think the stream has heard, but
nope.
It was good for us, and that's what matters. So we're gonna move on from Crag's atrocious token. I will simply kill him and force him to make a new token. But until that happens, we will deal with it. So we begin our tale in Waterdeep at the Yawning Portal. The Yawning Portal is a very famous, storied tavern here in Waterdeep. In addition to housing adventurers, people, travelers from all over the place, it also has one other major feature, shall we say. I'm going to move us to a thing. Okay. Which is an enormous hole in the center that leads down to the Undermountain. You can see there is a crank that occasionally lowers groups of adventurers down, and sometimes, though less frequently, brings them back up. Tonight it has been quiet, though, and all of you are sitting here in the Yawning Portal for your own various reasons, but you've elected to all sit near each other. I don't know exactly how your relationship is, but it's close enough that you have sat together. Okay, that's the presumption I'm making. That doesn't mean you're best friends, doesn't mean you all love each other, but it's pretty crowded tonight, and you had to sit with somebody. So here we are. You sit around a sturdy wooden table lit by a brightly burning candle and littered with plates cleared of food and half-drank tankards. The sounds of gamblers yelling and drunken adventurers singing bawdy songs nearly drowns out the off-key strumming of a young bard 3 tables over. Now, we're going to go around the table. People are going to introduce themselves, describe themselves a little bit, and then describe what it is they're doing here at the Yawning Portal tonight. Why don't we start with Casey? Casey, who are you? What's your deal?
This is Pudge, and Pudge is Tabaxi. He's covered in a number of pigments, chalks and dyes of all sorts. He carries with him about a dozen long staves, each tipped with an enormous plume that he uses to paint and move chalk around outside. At the moment, though, he has a platter up in front of his face, and his big old tongue's just going from the bottom to the top. It turns slightly bottom to top to get that last bit of flavor off there. And as he does, he puts the platter down. He looks over at the big fella next to him, Crag. Oh, this Pudge is very thankful for you giving me this wonderful, wonderful food. The most delicious. It is so good. Thank you.
Crag likes soup.
It's good. It's very good too. It's the best soup.
So why don't we go over to Crag, as he has already spoken. Crag, who are you and what are you doing?
Well, you see, sir, For the benefit of everyone, I shall be speaking in third person here, because in first person, Crag is not able to effectively communicate very much. Crag is a 7 to 8 foot Goliath, very large, very imposing, very strong, but not the brightest or the sharpest tool in the tool shed. He is decked out in his normal leather armor, scale armor, with his trademark axes. He very much likes them and carries a lot of them around. He's here tonight, as he is almost every night, to try to recruit adventurers to his cause. And during all of these adventures, or at least his time here at the Yawning Portal, he has made some friends, namely the silly cat who likes to get thrown in the mud, and I believe the other very tall woman who reminds Crag of home. Is that sufficient?
Sounds good to me. All right, why don't we go over to Athy then?
Okay, so this is Piggy. As a Firbolg, she didn't really have a name, and she has this really strong love for mud baths. When she stresses out, she likes to relax in mud baths, and someone called her that, like, as a joke, but she didn't understand that it was a joke because she thinks pigs are wonderful animals. And she is a very, very tall Firbolg. Very much the giant ancestry showing out in this one. She is a druid. She is here because she had a number of dreams and visions, and the elders of her tribe think that she's meant to go and accomplish something important that has to do with the way other cultures live. Like, what she's trying to do is, because Firbolgs are very big in, like, protecting nature, and she kind of hates it secretly, like going into cities and whatnot, but she's trying to understand how other cultures live and wants to find a way to kind of insert thoughts along the way on how to make what they're doing more nature friendly, because, like, taking down entire forests to build cities, even if it's over time, not good with that. Just trying to find a way to work, as opposed to fighting against it, try to work with it to make it more mutually beneficial than it is. She doesn't know if that's going to work. She has her doubts, but that's what she's sent here for currently, at least to learn.
Alrighty. Why don't we move over to Sin?
Yeah, yes, that's a great idea.
Thank you. I thought of it myself.
Yeah, I bet. Oh my gosh, you're so great at those good ideas. Well, hey there, guys. My name is well, it's Babs Beer Brittlebottom, but it's Babs for short. And it's just such a pleasure to see all of you here. Y'all look so friendly, and I can't wait to get to know all of you. So, I just came from a few clicks out that way, and I'm really here to kind of expand. Well, you see, I'm doing research here for a kind of library of sorts that we have back where I'm from, and I'm just kind of getting some knowledge, learning some things, meeting some people. Good things all around. It's happy to be here, and it's warmer out here than what I'm used to. So anyway. He is a gnome. He is a gnome wizard. Divination, hopefully. We'll see if he makes it past level 1. He hails from out yonder, which is really like a far northwest area. And he is overdressed, but not in like a well-dressed kind of way. He's wearing a lot of layers of heavy coats and jackets and things that he seems to be kind of sweating in. He's older, got white hair, kind of balding on the top. He's wearing spectacles, real thick ones. And he seems pretty friendly. He is on the taller side for a gnome. He introduces himself to you. He's was known around my clan as the Arctic Orc, but on account of I'm so tall, but I mean, gosh, y'all are a little bit taller than me. I mean, I was tall where I came from, but happy to be in your company, and it sounds like we'll have great fun.
Alrighty. And then why don't we move over to Kyle?
So kind of around this four-seated table, Wester is frantically scribbling some notes, probably between all of these people sitting in the same area and having the same conversation. It's it's a weird one for the Waterdeep Weekly, but it's definitely Wester Winddrivver Waterdeep Weekly. Of course, he's gonna have all the news that fits the print, because it's a one-sided one-sided pamphlet kind of reading thing.
Right.
So it's a mass-produced kind of thing.
Mhm.
Greg like picture.
Yes, finally I have a picture too. His hands are noticeably ink stained, and while he does have a very dark complexion, his hands almost kind of look like tendrils from the amount of ink stain that continuously happens to them. And as he keeps talking, Wester will very quickly start to gain in some pitch and speed. It generally tends that he needs to finish a thought, finish it quickly, and that nobody else is usually on board. But he's been in Waterdeep for all of his life. After having to deal with some, tieflings are demons, and tieflings like summon bad things. And after he had a very small campaign to try to clear up some of those rumors, he found that writing and getting information out to people was a very easy way to change opinion and change the way things kind of worked a little bit. So he's been sticking with that for now.
Gotcha. And finally, last and too early to tell if least, Devin.
Hello there. Name's Devin O'Braven, and how are you? Procurement specialist. If you know what that means. Sorry?
You were at your thing that I'm doing fine. I'm doing good. Good.
Casey, that accent. Thanks. I hate it.
It's like Jar Jar after he sticks his head in the
Yup.
pod racing.
Yes, it
game.
is. Yes, it fucking is.
That's what it is.
It's throwing me off. It's gonna be the best. Short halfling, reddish hair, unassuming, but jovial. Not a big talker.
Alrighty. So this rather unusual group is gathered there, although in the Yawning Portal, you don't stand out all that much. There's a lot of different, unusual folks here. But as you're sitting there enjoying your time, licking platters, talking, writing, whatever it is you're doing, something happens. Which is
Gasp.
so unfortunate. Something out of the blue cuts through the din. A shout. "Ya pig? Like killing me mates, do ya?" And you realize, looking over, it's coming from Yagra, who you've seen around the bar a time or two. She's over here. She has stood up and has fists clenched and is talking to this man, and they're doing, the thing MMA fighters do before a fight where they're like face to face, like an inch apart max. They're in that mode right now. And this man turns to his friends, who are clearly his friends, and says, well, I wouldn't say I like it. It's more like a nice morning warm-up, They hardly put up much of a fight, am I right, boys? And the rest of his friends all laugh immediately, because that's what you do when the boss tells a joke, is everyone has to laugh, and they'll go, and while he's looking back at them, Yagra jumps on him. And they both go tumbling to the ground, and she has managed to get on top and is now pummeling his face in. What are you guys going to do?
I'm going to watch.
Crag like entertainment.
I'm going to start walking over there.
Okay. So, if you guys are going to... please go ahead. Don't move yourselves yet. I just want to figure out what everyone's doing.
Crag watch fight.
Okay, so why don't we roll into initiative? And then, just because we're in initiative doesn't mean you guys have to fight. If you want to just sit and watch, you can just sit and watch. That's totally acceptable. But we'll move in initiative because there is a fight going on, and if you guys choose to intervene, that way we can just intervene immediately. It's a lot of... All right. Everyone in? Everyone figure it out? Devin, Pudge, Crag, Wester, Babs. We're just missing Piggy.
I rolled.
Did you click on your token?
Yes, I did.
This ain't her first radio.
Did not go in. I'll just add you in.
Try it again. I think I rolled the same thing.
Oh, there you go. Now it added in. All right. Delete that. All right, there we go. So, Wester, what are you doing? Sitting and writing about it? Intervening? Going over there? What's the plan?
Oh, well, I think it's going to be the greatest MMA fight ever. Between this random no-name bandit and somebody that I'm sure I've seen at least in here 3 times crush other people in an arm wrestling tournament.
Correct.
So I think the stories will be told of Yagra's inspiring defeat of this bandit leader. I'm going to give her bardic inspiration.
Okay, sure.
As I'm scribbling along here, and I'm going to try to come up with a new headline for this little side column that's going to happen.
All right, Yagra is now inspired. Crag.
Crag want good seat. Crag take chair and walk closer. Oh, empty chair here. Can Crag sit instead?
Sure.
Crag sit.
So you grab the chair, walk it over there, realize there's a better chair, and sit there instead.
Hi, friend. Good fight. I point you just sitting there.
The man sitting next to you, who seems to be in some sort of scholar's robes, looks at you and then looks at the fight and looks back at the thing he was writing and says, "Yes, white."
And I start. Crag starts rolling and laughing and pointing.
Okay. So, these guys start spreading out to assist their buddy, but they don't do anything yet. The other 4 are yelling encouragement at the gentleman who's getting his face pummeled in, who you've gathered is named Krentz. By them, you're like, "Come on, Krentz, get her! Yeah, just get it! Push her off, Krentz! You can do it!" And we'll see. Can Krentz do it? Let's find out. Let's all find out together. I'm excited to find out. No, Krentz cannot do it, and he does a very bad job trying to defend his face from Yagra's much stronger fists. Devin.
Devin is going to walk over and sit next to Crag.
Okay. In the chair that Crag brought over, you go over and sit down.
Sure do.
All right, Pudge.
Oh. And when he gets over there, he jumps up and kind of claws in to the wood and pulls himself up. So he's got a really high perch. So he's a good, 4 or 5 feet off the ground, hanging from the pole.
Okay.
Damn.
So Yagra proceeds to punch his face in. Does a really, really good job. He is not looking great.
Yeah, you get to be careful. When I came here, I could talk really good like Crag, and then he punched me.
Babs.
As far as we know, we haven't really heard what this is about, right? Or did I miss that?
You heard Yagra yell, so what, you like killing my mates, don't you? And then the guy is like, well, I don't know about like. They don't put up much of a fight. It's more like an early morning workout. And then she tackled.
Okay. Babs is gonna get up and like stand on this picnic table or whatever this is here.
It's like a cafeteria style table, like a booth.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Yeah, because he wants to see, but he doesn't really want to get any closer right now. And he's just gonna yell out to her and be like, "Oh, for Pete's sake, you found yourself in a bit of trouble. What's all the trouble over there, you little lady?" And that's it.
Okay. And so no, Yagra is over 7 feet tall.
Little lady, yeah.
Okay. All right. Just making sure that was clear. Piggy,
like, she knows, she's been around enough to understand that like brawls just sort of happen in these things.
Mm-hmm.
She picked up on what's going on, but it's not really her fight, especially if Yagra's trying to avenge somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But so like she's tall enough that she could probably see just fine where she is. She's paying attention, but she's not intervening currently.
Okay. Sure.
She may offer healing assistance afterwards, but this isn't her situation.
Gotcha. All right. We are back around to Wester. Wester, it seems like the 4 around Yagra are about to start intervening themselves because it is clear that Krentz can't do this despite their assistance.
Oh, that's super disappointing. I was all getting ready to get minor illusion ready and then get the image of Yagra punching this guy's lights out and calling it a day. So, I mean, above the table, I'll act like that. Is this like a high wall, or is this just like literally a drop off?
No, it's like let me see if I can get the description real fast for you. It is a waist high what's the word I'm looking for? Barrier. A waist high banister that goes around the outside.
Okay, alright. So, I mean, that means no crossbow under the table, which is kind of disappointing.
You could do it, but you'd have to shoot from under the table and through the slats of the banister, like the poles. So it's possible, but I'm going to say disadvantage.
Or would it be cover?
I'll call it disadvantage because if he just shot him normally, it wouldn't be any cover at all. But because he's trying to pull off like a trick shot, basically. So we'll say disadvantage.
Yeah. I mean, I'll ready an action to take a crossbow shot because it's much easier to write about Yagra than these 5 little goopy drone guys. If one of them attacks, he's not committed to drawing a crossbow and shooting somebody in the middle of his bar though. So like if it doesn't look like it's gonna be a full committing thing, he's not gonna do it.
Okay. Crag. Dearest Crag.
Yeah, good punch, Crag-like punch. Yo, punchy.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
like you too.
Crag,
Right.
pet punch. Big punch.
Yes.
Yay!
All right.
Punch.
So Crag and Pudge are egging each other on, but otherwise just cheering. At this point, these guys are going to draw weapons, specifically scimitars, and are going to try to stab Yagra with them. That's a lot of hits. She's very focused on killing that guy and not focused on these guys. Okay. So that hurt. She just got stabbed 4 times.
Yeah, I mean, that'll, like, weapons. I thought they were gonna throw it down in, like, 5v1 brawl. Nah.
It doesn't seem like they're about that life.
Nah.
Yeah.
That one that's got the turn hover around him is gonna take a crossbow bolt.
Alrighty. 8 will not hit, unfortunately.
I mean, or not.
You tried, and that's what counts.
This isn't my first job or my second job.
Devin.
If they draw weapons, Devin draws weapons. That's not how you fight in a bar. I happen to have a short bow on me.
Okay.
And this guy who just pulled his weapon is going to get plugged, hopefully.
All right.
No,
You guys really like
definitely no.
Wow, that's feast or famine over there.
Crag think it's good you shoot warning shot.
Right!
So,
it's supposed to be a warning shot.
I don't do anything special on that ones. It's just a miss. If you want to flavor it a little extra embarrassingly, that's totally fine, but I'm not going to, like, say your bow breaks or you drop it or anything like that. Okay. But now there are 2 shots over at them. 2 warning shots. Normally custom is 1, but sure 2 is fine. Pudge.
No weapon! And he jumps, and he lands very short, completely flat out. And then he scrabbles under the table, and then he reaches out and tries to claw the guys in the back of the leg right here.
Okay. So this guy's on the ground, so you'd be clawing the top of his head?
That seems reasonable.
Because currently, like, Yagra has tackled him to the ground and is basically on top of him, punching his face. So you'd just be, like, clawing the top of his head from underneath the table?
Yep.
Which you can totally do, but I just want to let you know.
Yep.
All right, go for it.
Since he's prone, do I get advantage?
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, 5. That is going to be enough to kill him. He is dead. Rip. You notice.
Good.
No, I'm just going to let you know a thing you noticed.
Okay.
You weren't really paying much attention because there was a platter to lick before. But now that you've got your claws all up on this guy's head, you notice something a little bit unusual. The rest of them are kind of shaggy, unkempt. They look like they haven't groomed themselves in a while. This guy has shaved his head, which isn't in and of itself isn't that unusual. However, he has purple swirling eye stalk tattoos. There's like an eye with a swirl coming out of it. All over his head. Just something for you to know. I don't know what to do with this information, but you have
Pudge gives his hand a little twisty twist, so now it's all covered under in blood. And then he reaches over and he grabs at the ankle of the other one next to him and pulls really hard and tries to claw him with a unarmed attack bonus strike.
Okay, go for it. All right. That'll hit. And he doesn't like that. Okay. Yeah, you wound him pretty badly. It's like that, have you ever seen that kind of trashy late 90s horror movie, Urban Legends, I think? Where a guy gets his Achilles tendon sliced? That's kind of what you just did to that guy. That's just for me. I guess I'm the only one who's ever seen that movie.
I know what you're talking about. I remember the movie.
My babysitter let me watch it when I was 8 and it terrified me. Okay, so that's everything for Pudge?
That's either the worst babysitter or the best babysitter.
She was pretty dope. I was a big fan of her. But yeah, probably not a great idea because I was terrified. I wouldn't sleep for like a month. Okay, so Yagra, this has gone serious, and Yagra is aware of that. So she stands up draws. She's got a mace at her hip, and she starts swinging it because these guys are. So first things first, she's gonna hit that guy. She swings a little in her haste to get the mace out. She swings a little bit wide, and she gets very frustrated. And she sees an opportunity that Aishan just noticed, and is going to take it. And is going to try to shove that guy into the pit.
Oh fuck!
And oh boy, is she gonna!
I told
so
you,
this
stay away
guy-
from the pit.
This guy gets shoved in.
Bye.
Okay, so he falls into the pit. We'll get back to that in a second. Babs.
Pray fast.
Yeah, I mean, Babs was gonna, like, egg on the guards that are just chilling in the next little cafeteria table and be like, just no? Okay.
They're off duty.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Okay. Assuming I can see this guy, Babs is gonna be like, no, nothing? Not gonna help her? She's totally out in the... Okay. Alright, fine. I don't know what kind of girds you are if you're not gonna help a poor little lady who's getting her butt kicked over there. And I'm gonna...
Poor lady. Okay, on whom?
On this good sir here, because he's the front one that he can see.
Okay.
I don't know why damage wasn't auto, sorry.
That's
Hey,
fine.
gold.
I don't know why it's paying those people either. I think it's freaking out a little bit. Okay. 8 cold damage. That is enough to kill him. He freezes in place and turns into an icicle. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. All right. So, Piggy, it is your turn. I don't know why
When
it's
they
freaking out.
pull out weapons, she's gonna stand up and just be like, "Hey, that's not fair!" Like, especially after Yagra gets stabbed a bunch. So she is going to, from where she is, cast Healing Word on Yagra
Okay.
for that many hit points.
All right. She appreciates that immensely. So she gets 5 health back. Feeling a little bit better. Anything else?
I think she's gonna scoot to here, but that's it. She's watching, since these two seem to be not moving anymore and one went toppling.
All right. Okay. So at this point, it's not quite your turn yet, Wester. A thing happens. The first thing that happens is with a loud, wet slap, this gentleman reappears from the pit, but only half of him, specifically the top half, comes flying back up out of the pit with like a strand of intestine dangling down, and he is very clearly dead, as one might imagine. And as this sort of fight here, the bandits and Yagra sort of stop and look at him, and then a loud roar erupts from the pit, and this emerges. Okay. So,
Here.
Oh, no.
shouts of alarm suddenly ring out as a hulking creature climbs up out of the shaft in the middle of the tap room. A monster with warty green skin, a tangled nest of wiry black hair, a long carrot-shaped nose, and bloodshot eyes. As it bares its yellow teeth and howls, you can see that half a dozen bat-like creatures are attached to its body, with 3 more circling about it like flies. Everyone in the tavern reacts in fear, except for the barkeep, Dernan, who yells, "Troll!" and hops over the bar. So he comes into the fight.
Is this a common occurrence?
Uh, who could say?
Yeah, you still off
That's
duty
kind
there?
of she kind of like asks nobody.
Okay, so now Wester. So these. Okay, so what happens is this troll hops up to here, and these guys attached to it seem very fat and happy, and they sort of disappear down into the hole. They're happy and content. These ones circling are still did not get a chance to feast on that delicious troll flesh, and are looking for things to eat.
Well, I mean, you can't argue. Like, troll flesh just keeps coming back. You just
Yeah,
literally
it's the gift
just
that keeps on giving.
cannot get unfull. So, I mean, everybody always looks at the largest threat in the room, and Wester's not a big fan of looking at the largest threat in the room. It's how you write bad stories, and that's how you write sources. You know, you get bad sources too. So he's gonna cast Sleep. I'm sure there's a 20-foot radius that doesn't within 20 feet of a point within range, which is going to be a circle. Need a 20-foot circle that doesn't happen to hit any humans.
Ooh, that's going to be tough. No,
Oh,
actually, no. You're good. This one, you chose well.
excellent. I mean, you know, besides the troll, which it, you know.
Yeah,
Hey, if it gets the troll, that's great.
I mean, that's great, but let's say that's unlikely.
And he'll pop Sleep to
Okay.
try to prevent mass chaos.
Okay, so it does not get the troll, but these guys do fall asleep. Let me look at their stat sheet because they might fall down into the pit. They do because they don't hover. So these guys all fall asleep and then fall to the bottom of the pit and are out of the fight because that's a lot of fall damage and they do not have a lot of health. So they are dead. There's like 5 seconds of silence and then just wet splats hit the bottom.
How deep was that again?
Quite. I'm not sure exactly how deep it is, to be honest, off the top of my head.
Quite a lot.
Very. We'll say very.
I definitely can see that as being a conversation that Jernan's in there, and I'm going to put that down as a quote for later. How deep is it? A lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he
Very.
You're not someone who should be going down there, so he's not interested in talking to you about it. Okay, so good turn. Moving anywhere or staying there?
I'm going to stay right here, and I'm going to, you know, settle into this chair and then watch the slugfest that's about to happen with this troll showing up.
All right. Troll's turn. The troll looks around and is going to try to claw at you, Pudge, but luckily you're underneath the table, so he's going to have a little bit of trouble.
You know her, Pudge.
Oh, you are the luckiest cat. I think you just used a life. He does manage to. The first attack smashes the table, and then the second attack tries to smash you for 7 damage. Which is
her Crag friend.
Could have been a lot more. And then he roars, but that is his turn. Crag.
Crag don't like this. To point of contention, sir, how tall is the troll?
The troll
Crag is wondering. Is it?
It's hunched in its hunched over height. It is about 8 feet tall. If it stood up straight, it'd probably be closer to 12.
Ooh.
But they kind of hunch. You know, like trolls in World of Warcraft. If you ever played that.
No. What is that?
Well, that was my reference point for you. There you go.
Sean.
Oh, but by the way,
Good nose.
A quick point. Rules clarification. Are we doing flanking?
No flanking.
Okay.
So, is this troll considered a giant? Is it giant form? Because it is so tall. Just wondering.
Are you asking if it's a type? If its type is giant?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, splendid. What if Crag would be? Well, I am his internal. What if I know?
What are you asking if Crag knows?
Crag would like to know if it is the troll is a giant, or if he's run into a troll before and knows that it's a giant. Of giant skin.
Why? To what end? I guess is the question I have.
Crag, if it is giant, Crag would like to speak to it in giant.
Why don't you roll me a nature check, and we'll see if Crag has come across this knowledge either firsthand or through stories, or someone read a book to him once.
Sure. Certainly, intelligence is quite possibly the highest stat he has.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you have no idea. I will say you and the troll converse, if you were to converse, very equal footing, sort of on an intellect scale.
So, since I don't know it's giant, I just say, no, Pudge, don't hurt Pudge. And I try to grab hold of the troll.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. I like it. Give me an athletics check.
Oh my word.
All right.
Wow.
So he gets an athletics check as well. He is not grabbed.
Wow. Yeah, I just swipe at it.
You guys are rolling a lot of ones tonight.
Get him out of
So
the
you
way.
try to grab him, and it just doesn't happen. And you yell at him to not hit Pudge, but he doesn't seem concerned. Pudge is concerned that he's hitting Pudge, I imagine.
So Pudge tries to grab one of his big, long, one would say perhaps spear-length brushes, but they all fall all around him. So there's like 10 of them on the ground. He just grabs one, 2 hands, shoves it up towards the troll, and maybe
15 will hit.
All right. So he stabs it in the troll, and then he lets go of it and just boom, punches with both of his hands. Well, claws, technically. Nah, probably not.
8's not do it now.
All right. And then he just smiles at the troll.
All right. The strategy. I like it. Devin.
Devin is staying far away from that motherfucker and just shooting his bow at him.
That's fair. That'll hit.
Hey!
Yeah!
That's good. And sneak attack multiplies.
One more in the sneak attack.
Yeah, roll it again.
Oh!
Multiplies on a crit. Yeah.
Credit!
All right. So that's 20. He is displeased.
Fuck!
Very, very displeased.
He did it!
These guys see their opportunity and are going again. What was going on there? Sorry, the whole thing was freaking out. So this guy's just gonna double move at the front door.
Whoa.
Are you gonna
Get
take
back here!
an attack of opportunity on that gentleman?
Yes, we're going to try and grapple that gentleman.
Okay, it's a bold strategy. I like it. Please do. So roll me an athletics check.
Yeah.
5. Okay, let's see if he can weasel his way out of it.
Come on, bad roll.
I'm gonna say that in this instance, the tie goes to you because you're the attacker.
Yay!
So you managed to grab him.
So I grab hold of him.
You
Okay.
grab hold of him. You
Okay.
he's not
And I'm
grabbed.
just going to turn in a circle and
Uh-huh.
drop him in front of the troll.
That's a little much for an attack of opportunity.
Well, it's a
I'm gonna say.
grapple, but
Yeah,
I guess...
grapple and movement. If you were like Vengeance Paladin, sure, I'd allow it, but
all right. But I got a hold of him.
no. You got a hold of him.
You
Next
fight,
turn,
fight,
you
fight,
can
fight.
flip him around.
Fight!
All right, so we're gonna put that. He's grappling. Okay,
Ryan, run away.
I'm gonna move these guys just out of the way in the pit because they're. Yagro's gonna step to here and is gonna hit him. He's gonna hit him once, unfortunately, twice. All right, Babs.
Yeah, a lot's happened in a minute. Yeah, seeing all my new friends doing so well. You guys, it's like we're already part of a big group taking down a troll. This is so good, guys. I love this. Working like a team. And I, shoot some cold at the troll. I don't want him to go.
All right. Okay. I'm moving anywhere. Stay in there.
Stay in there, but still heckling the off-duty guards.
Yeah, it's not there. It's above their pay grade.
Your bartender got in the fight, sort of.
Yeah, his turn hasn't happened yet. Piggy.
Okay, so she's gonna scoot this way,
Mm-hmm.
and she is going to thorn whip the troll and hopefully pull him into the hole.
Gonna do the old roadhog.
Doesn't do a lot of hurt, but
Okay, so then what's the is there a thing
10
for resist-
feet. I don't know. Let me- I don't know why I didn't show
'Cause I
everything.
imagine he probably has to make a strength save, maybe.
If the creature is large or smaller, you pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you.
Okay, that's that.
Let
So
me put the spell description on so next time, but it says this.
all right, he gets pulled to here. So since that's not entirely off, I'm gonna give him a dex save to try to grab a hold because
She is pulling. He is not the strongest, but she is pulling magically.
magically, yeah, the magic is doing the pulling. So he's gonna try to grab a hold of the edge. He does so, but he is in a precarious situation at the moment. Durnan,
In bonus action, Shillelagh, just in case.
okay, is gonna come sprinting up to here, and is going to pick a greatsword that, like, you don't think he had it a second ago, but he's definitely got a really, really big fuck off greatsword. And instead of like stabbing the troll or doing anything like that, he slices through the troll's arms, or at least attempts to. He does so. So the troll is sort of like hanging on, and then Durnan runs up and with his greatsword just hacks through both arms, and the troll goes careening into the pit. And then Durnan yells to Crag, "Kick the arm off!"
Crag? Me, Crag?
He's pointing at you as he sort of like wrestles with one of the arm and like manages to chuck it off of the side.
Okay.
That's good enough. That's more than good enough. And you chuck the other arm down there, and you have vanquished the troll. Guys are gone.
Does that make 2 more trolls?
We are out. It might, but they're at the bottom of the pit now, so he's not concerned about it. We are out of combat. Hey, no, stop that.
Hooray!
Okay, we are out of combat. As Durnan turns to walk away, he looks at all of you, and he says, "You fought well." He just turns around.
Troll try hurt friend. Crag. Pudge okay.
Yeah, it's not important. So Pudge, what are you doing?
So Pudge just
you
like
got a dude.
he's got a dude, and he just starts trying to pick up his spears that look like giant paintbrushes. But like every time he picks one up, he manages to just like stick it down in the ground the wrong way and kind of stumble all around. And he just keeps piling the spears up until he's basically got that bandit pinned down with spears all over the place, and he's kind of stuck hanging in amongst the spears, just sitting on top of the bandit.
I see. I see. Iagra looks down at you, sort of panting and wiping some of the blood, hers and others, off of herself, and she says, "Good work. So, what are you gonna do with him?"
I duck.
No, I mean, but like now he's stuck. But what now?
Don't know.
Can I make
What
a
do you want to
suggestion?
do with him? Yeah, sure. What do you want?
Do you want to throw him in the pit?
There are guards right over there.
They're off duty, sweetie. They don't like to be bothered.
But
The guards give you an angry look.
What? You're real busy, I can see. Just go back to eating your delicious looking dinner there. And he hops off the table.
But aren't they supposed to want to keep the peace?
You'd think so.
Yeah, welcome to Waterdeep, love. They're off duty.
One of the guards from over here sort of stands up and says, "Look, what do you want me to take him in? Is that what you want?"
Don't want to disturb your dinner or nothing, you know.
Him and his friends just tried to kill somebody, and you just
Yeah.
sat there and watched.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, they've been killing each other for weeks.
Well, I mean, maybe if you had stepped in the first time, you wouldn't be saying that. It wouldn't have been happening for weeks. I'm just saying.
Do you want to go out there and get in the middle of a gang war? Is that what do you want to go do that?
Well, no, but I'm not exactly getting paid to keep the peace in the bar here now, am I?
We're not exactly getting paid to stick our necks in the middle of a gang war.
You don't get paid? Well, that's something different. I'm sorry, you're wearing all the get-up on your head and your body there. I thought that you was getting paid to keep the peace. My mistake, I'm so sorry.
Grumbles and he walks over and he like handcuffs the guy with some manacles. Come on, you son. Just got off double shift. Shit. And he marches him out.
As he gets like pulled out from under Pudge, Pudge just like topples. Just like
My Tower of Babel has come crumbling down. And the guard, grumbling, takes this man away.
Piggy will kneel next to Pudge and be like, "Do you need a little help? I could fix this. Or at least some of it."
All I can get.
And she pet him gently on the head and gives him a cure wounds.
Wow.
He feels great.
Did Crag happen to notice what that guard was? If the guard was part of the watch?
He seemed to be. Yeah, he was wearing the armor and the sort of the what's the term I'm looking for? The coat of arms on his chest.
Can I give a knowing nod to the gentleman?
He nods back at you, but he looks very upset about the fact he has to do guard work right now. Like, very upset. And you would know, Crag, that part of the reason he's upset, in addition to the fact that his dinner has been interrupted, is that, like, this violence has been going on for a little while, and the guard has been kind of powerless to stop it. By the time they show up anywhere, 10 people have dead and everyone else won't talk. And it's getting very difficult to try to figure out who's doing it and why. And the guards are very frustrated. As you guys are sort of sitting there helping Pudge back to his feet, Yagra's wiping the blood off of her mace and her shirt and sits back down. A gentleman approaches. This gentleman, to be specific. The figure who approached you strokes his mustache, adjusts his floppy hat, tightens his scarf, and says, "Volothamp Getarm, chronicler, wizard, and celebrity at your service. I trust you've noted the violence in our city these past 10 days.
Pudge is covered in blood. His hands have like chunks of flesh in them. It looks like, what violence?
I mean, we've only been writing about it for the past, weeks in the Waterdeep Weekly. And if you would just, Volo, if you could just give us a comment, and then we could go ahead and put that in the paper, maybe some people would actually listen and pay attention to this.
Yes, yes, I've gotten your letters. I understand. The point I'm making. I haven't seen this much violence since my last visit to Baldur's Gate. It's quite atrocious. And I fear I'm in a bit of a position. I've misplaced a friend of mine amid all this sort of odious malevolence, and he could use a little help. and seeing as how you dispatched the troll and dealt with those brigands, you lot seem like you might be up to that sort of task.
Oh, it's you that needs to help. Here I thought it was the poor little lady over there that was going to need some helping from us. Goes to show.
Yagra, like, re-straightens a broken finger and just looks at you, and then just shrugs.
He just winks at her.
She just seems, at the moment, she seems very confused. She's been called many things, but little lady has never been one of them. So is that something you might be interested in? There's pay in it.
Is there also
Count
a
me
comment?
in.
Can we get a comment in that also?
How much pay?
Well, the comment we can discuss with that, but look, I can pay you. What did I say? Oh, so I can give you 10 gold each now, and then 90 gold when you've completed the task each. 100 gold each.
Ooh, Crag like job.
I'm in if y'all are.
What exactly did I'm sorry, I was far away. What were the details of this here quest you got?
Well, let's sit
He
down.
lost somebody.
Oh,
I lost somebody. Let's sit down. We'll have a conversation, shall we? Let's have a seat. Bonnie,
He lost
please,
friend, odious, malevolent.
a round of drinks for
Bless you.
the helpful citizens. And Bonnie brings over your drink of choice, whatever that may be, and sets it on the table. And after she's gone,
Isn't this
Vola.
the broken table?
It is the broken table. That's fair. We'll say that this table gets brought over to replace it. Just because. And after the drinks are settled and Bonnie leaves, Voldo sort of leans in and he says, "So, my friend, his name is Floon Blagmar. He's got more beauty than brains, and I worry he took a bad way home a couple nights ago, and he might have been kidnapped. Or maybe worse. If you can track him down, that would be lovely. Hopefully finding him alive." How does that sound?
If he not alive, we still get money.
If you can bring back some proof of his undoing, yes.
But you give 10 gold now.
I give you 10 gold now, and then when you either bring Floon Black safely and sadly, or, gods forbid, proof of his untimely demise, I give you 90 gold for a total of 100.
About how long has your friend been missing there?
2 days.
Well, the first 48 hours, that's the most important of any investigation.
Look, they always say you should wait at least 3 days before you report it to the guard, and I don't know, it seemed reasonable. I didn't want to be a worrywart.
Crag have certain set of skills helpful.
Excellent. So, okay.
Crag, nightmare people.
You don't seem like much of a nightmare, Crag. I suppose maybe to an editor, if you know what I mean. And he gives Wester a wink.
Oh, yeah. It's lots of editing already coming through.
So this is what I know. I was having a bit of writer's block, so I impressed upon Floon to go out and have a bit of a pleasant evening in the hopes that it might get the creative juices flowing. We went to this place, the Skewered Dragon, 2 nights ago. We drank, we gambled for a few hours, and then we went our separate ways. And I haven't seen him since. He was a little bit intoxicated at the time, and maybe that had something to do with it. Maybe he took a wrong turn. I don't really know.
You said you met up with him late at night to get some kind of creative block, out of your head.
Not late at night. It was evening, and we went and had some drinks and gambled, and had a good time. I was trying to write my next book, and sometimes you want to write and it just doesn't happen.
Oh yeah, no, I totally understand. You usually gamble when you have writer's block?
Well, sometimes it was more about having a fun evening in the hopes that would sort of get things moving again.
Yeah. Do you unblock with Floon very often?
He's a friend of mine. I have many friends.
I just didn't know if he was your specific, unblocking friend or something like that.
I don't think so. No. So can you find Floon? Is that something you can do?
Wester kind of gets like a serious face as opposed to like the give me the comment face, and he's like, it's gonna take a little bit. Like I'm gonna have a ton of questions for you. I want to know, where he lives, who he works with, who he usually talks to.
I mean, I don't know a ton about him, to be totally honest. I can give you a description. He's a handsome man, early 30s. He's got wavy reddish blonde hair. He was dressed quite nicely last I saw him. Very well put together. And it's kind of, I mean, I know vaguely where he lives, I think. I don't know what he does for work.
Crag know where Flu is.
You do?
Yes. Flu top of chimney.
No, Floon.
No, very good, Crag. That's right.
You gotta give the big guy a pass sometimes.
Well, he's technically right.
Crag want full money now.
Well,
you need proof of Flu?
Well, I don't know that I need proof of. That's not really what I wanted. I can't pay you now. If you just find him, that would be great.
I guess the only other thing is, Mr. Volostar, would there be anybody else that would be looking for him at the same time? Because if there's competition, we gotta know.
Not that. No, I haven't told anyone else.
Do you know if he has any enemies? I mean, I know you didn't know him well, but you knew him sort of well, and that you guys went gambling. Did you make any enemies that night? I mean, apparently the fighting here in the bars is just a thing, so just curious.
No, I mean, to be honest, we didn't even win that much money gambling. We lost most of it. It was just really for the fun of it. I think the patrons over at the Skewered Dragon liked us more than most. We were just buying a bunch of drinks and losing money to them gambling. I can't imagine they would have gotten upset about that.
Well, Devin, you're a regular around here, or something, right? What do you think? Do people routinely go missing? Should we help this gentleman here?
I mean, there's pay involved. I'm willing to help him.
Alrighty, I should have guessed that one. How about you, Piggy?
I'm willing to help. I have a feeling you guys might need me.
Well, it sounds like we got a majority, Pudge.
Oh, this Pudge is all good.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Hey.
Little lady, you want to join us? I mean, after you fix yourself.
She
You want earn money hard way?
she finishes the drink she's taking out of her tavern or her what's the tankard, there we go, and sets it down and sort of wipes her face off and says, I'm making plenty of money right here. Besides, I gotta meet with the employer. I have a job to do.
Crag can help.
Not with this, you can't, Crag.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, buddy. She sort of pats you on the shoulder.
Pudge kind of wanders over to where the half a person is,
Uh-huh.
and then he leans over and looks down the well to see how far down he can follow the entrails before he loses sight of it.
Like 60 feet down. It's deeper than that. I mean, the entrails wouldn't go for 60 feet. You got a lot of small intestine. I don't think you have that much, but you could see like blood dripping down the wall that goes further than that. And that's not the bottom of the pit. All right, so it sounds like you guys are taking the job. What's the plan?
For the record, the human intestine is 23 feet long.
Thank you. I thought it was roughly that. So yeah, it wouldn't go all the 60 feet.
Well, I think it would be important to, we got to go to his last known location, and then we got to figure out what the gentleman actually looked like, and then figure out who could have talked to him.
It's
See if he's got a house or a family. Sorry, Craig, what?
It's strange. He said his friend with fireplace.
Well, if he's a fireplace, that means he has a home, and we should find that home.
Or maybe he's a smoker, Craig.
It's Floon. Floon.
No, it's just easier.
Just let him have this one.
It's not even. He's not even right. The flue isn't at the top.
Do you want the big guy's help or not? Because
fine.
Yeah,
as a pursuer of truth, I will compromise my morals for my friend.
Just consider it a nickname or something. It's fine.
Or just his version of the truth.
Right. I don't like those alternative facts or whatever it is you report on in the Waterdeep Weekly.
You take that back. You take that back. Oh, Volo.
He holds up his hands defensively. Says, that's just what I've heard. I haven't read it personally.
That might be
worse.
worse.
A paper that you don't know. And then Wester just stomps out.
Volo looks confused and says, what did I say?
Well, for Pete's sake, you upset him now. What'd you have to go do that for? All right.
I don't know why. I thought he knew he worked for tabloid trash.
Oh my goodness. Do you want help shoving a sock in your mouth, or are you just gonna quiet all on your own, mister? God. All right. Do you want us to sign a contract or what? Because we're gonna have to chase the Horn Man because he's the only one of us that can write. Well, I can write, but I don't like to. My arthritis.
Here's the agreed upon front payment, and he pulls out a bag, sort of sniffs through it, takes some gold out, and hands it to you.
With the me both.
All right. I'll if he hands it all to me, I'll go to hand it to everybody. But with Pudge, I'll kind of try and drop it in the paw, like no, icky.
You don't want to touch it.
Icky. There's claws and mud and blood. Ugh.
All right. So you distribute the money, and then it sounds like you guys are heading out for the Skewered Dragon, as that was his last known location.
What is the time of day?
Currently, it is early evening, around 6 p.m.
Oh, it's a lovely or terrible day outside.
Yes. That is where you are. Right. We're gonna use Pudge as our because he's a kitty. It's funny. Oh, that's very busy. Never mind. We're not gonna use Pudge. We're gonna use Babs because he's tiny. That's amusing to me. So that is where you guys are currently. And
Alrighty.
the skewered dragon is in the dock ward
Okay.
Crag.
down here.
Sure.
Why don't we take our break now? This is a good spot.
I
We're gonna
think
eat
Crag
the-
would agree with you.
I think you agree so.
I
So why don't we
also
take our
definitely
break now?
agree.
Yeah, we'll take our break now. Be back in 5 minutes, 10 at the most.
All right, yeah,
Okay.
gotta mute that Discord there. Really glad I waited to start the audio before it's first one. Okay, and we're back. All right. Nothing happened.
Nothing.
I will ask this, Sean, if it's not too inconvenient, can you send DMs through Discord as opposed to Roll20?
Sure.
Otherwise, they might have a tendency of popping up on the stream.
I can see all the things.
Watch that
think about that.
screen.
I didn't think about that. That's fair. Here, we'll fix it. And that's gone. Okay.
Ba-doop.
No one can see it anymore. Okay. So
Pretty
we're
good
back.
rolls in that set.
Yeah, except for that 1 and the 3. Yeah, overall pretty good. All right. So we are turning. Our heroes have just left the Yawning Portal and are heading towards the inn known as the Skewered Dragon. It is in the Dock Ward, which is a lower income, maybe more rough and tumble portion of town. It is late summer, early autumn, so it's a little chilly outside, but not too cold. You could probably still walk around without a coat if you wanted to. Or you can be that guy who wears shorts all year round for no goddamn reason. But
Crag like cold.
you guys head out into the night for the Skewered Dragon. Those of you who live in Waterdeep wouldn't have much trouble finding it. It's not hard to get there. Those of you who is from Waterdeep, who has lived here for a while.
I'd say a while. So much of a while that I'll be making a stop along the way. Gonna hit my favorite dog joint, or whatever Waterdeep's equivalent of a Chicago dog is.
Like a pet store, or?
No, like a
Crag.
hot dog, like food.
Crag been here several weeks.
No, not like a pet. No. You eat this hot dog. You don't train it. Sorry, Babs.
Is it like mated dogs?
Hopefully not. Hopefully not,
would,
Babs.
You would know on the way there. There's also a rather unusual sort of like. It's a shop. You're not really sure what they sell. It's called the Old Zoblob Shop, and everything is purple. You don't know why. It's run by a very weird gnome. But everything in it, it's a bunch of knickknacks and weird stuff, all of which he has painted purple.
Any
The
patty
store
wax?
is purple. The front is purple. It's odd. You don't really know why it's there or what it's for, but it exists. What was the question?
Do they sell patty wax as well?
Let me check. No. They do
Just
not.
checking.
It's important. Because I think that's like a racist term for an Irish person, so.
Well, I am an Irish person, so I'm okay with this.
I don't know if you could be okay with Irish racism because you play a person in a D&D game with an Irish accent. I'm not sure if that's how it works. I don't know if that's how it works, but we'll get back to that later.
I mean, real life Irish heritage is what I meant, but we'll move on.
Okay.
Seems like Sean and Volo both have the same amount of foot and mouth right now. Hey.
No.
No, look what you started with the Pudge. Stop that.
So, you guys are heading to the Skewered Dragon. Do you want to stop anywhere on the way other than your to grab a hot dog off of the guy on the street who's got hot dogs sitting in weak old water? There, Wester, as apparently the resident guide of the group, you are controlling the way this goes.
Ooh, upgraded. I'll also stop with this hot dog vendor and be like, hey, we're going over to the, like half think about it for a second. Oh, the Skewered Dragon. Yeah. And then I'll, you eat the dog and, hear whatever gossip he has and drop that garbage off with him.
Sure. He says, yeah, Wester, I'd watch out. Looks like, look, sorry. Over on Presper Street, a lot of guard heading that way. I'd avoid it if I were you.
Question: What kind dog is it?
Hot.
Never heard of dog type hot.
Well, now you have.
Must
You
be
want one?
from south, somewhere warm.
You want one? They're only
No
a copper.
thanks. Dog
Ah.
pet, not food.
No, I had the same thought there, Crag. Here, just eat this. They say that you can put some mustard on it. It's the yellow stuff. So just spread it on there and just try it. It's meat. Meat.
Crag don't eat dog.
At the mention of yellow stuff, Pudge looks around a little guiltily, and if you happen to look back along the path you've been making, he's been tapping the ground with one of his brushes that's dyed in yellow, leaving a little yellow path behind you all.
Not where I thought that was going. I'll be totally real with you.
Yeah, same.
Can Piggy roll like a nature or survival to see if she can figure out what kind of meat that actually is?
It's dog. It says
Or
on
is
cart.
Sure. I'd allow survival. Or if anyone's got proficiency in cook's utensils, I'd allow that as well.
Can Crag roll insight to see if man lying about dog?
Sure.
It maybe if you buy me a few, I could tell you.
Because it's in an odd shape. So.
We'll say mystery is the type of meat. No, he's not lying about these are hot dogs. That's for sure.
See, I trust men. I know things. They real dog.
Yeah, we'll say the meat is of questionable origin. How about that?
It just didn't fit on the cart.
So we're in this area at this point.
But are the dogs tasty?
Western thinks so.
I'll buy
I would
one.
like hot goat. Hot goat.
I
I'd like.
I will put a meat tube.
All right, that's a
You
copper.
gotta get them with the peppers. You gotta get them with the peppers. The peppers are the best part of it.
Is there hot goat cart?
No, I don't think so.
Ooh. Do you guys have any hot dish? Oh, the real crunchy stuff on top? No? Okay.
Don't worry about it.
The
I get that.
crunchy stuff on top? What do you mean the crunchy stuff?
Yeah, you bake it in layers. And then you got the tots on the top. And then they get all nice and crunchy when you bake them. You got your meat layer, and then you got your tots layer.
You want
He looks
hot dog top?
confused and intrigued.
No, like tots, like the like you grow them in the ground, and then you cut them up and you smush them together, and they little sized tots.
Like,
and then
like potatoes.
Yeah, tots.
I like
So
potatoes.
confused. Waterdeep, big city.
Don't worry, guys. I'll help you find all of your home favorites. I am good at news, and I am great at finding new eat spots.
Can you find me a pair of shorts? I'm dying here. I'm sweating. It's something with a lot of pockets.
Crag hot too.
I don't know clothing as well, but
Yeah, get us
I'm
a
sure we
tailor.
can get it figured out.
Crag armor though, made of good solid goat.
That's the problem with cities. They make you actually have to wear clothing. If you just took it off, you wouldn't be so warm.
Babs does a slow turn towards Piggy.
Devin does the same.
Piggy, no, what up?
He just looks down at the two of them. Just, what? Very confused. What did you say?
Crag goes for respect
It's
knuckle.
logic.
Respect pound.
Don't leave Crag hanging.
What's he doing? I didn't hear.
Crag withdraws his hand.
I
Fist
didn't hear
bump.
what you said. Oh. She'll look confused. She'll like mimic the motion.
You didn't want us to accomplish anything today, Sean, did you?
We can accomplish as much or as little as you guys like.
I want to accomplish cargo shorts. That's my goal.
That's the goal. Mission
hot dogs and cargo shorts. That's what the title of this episode should be.
Literally what Kyle just said.
City live in.
Hot dogs in the city.
That is my preferred Sex in the City spinoff show, is Hot Dogs in the City. I much prefer it.
I would watch the fuck out of that.
Right? Who wouldn't? It sounds amazing. So, what is the plan from here? Are we going to get cargo shorts? Or are we continuing on in a different direction?
If you guys don't stop at a tailor, he's just gonna cut himself some short.
Let's keep going.
All right. So you've been told, Wester, to avoid Presper Street, and you normally that's how you'd get there, because the Skewer Dragon is on the street of six casks, so you have to sort of go around. And as you head around down Ship Street and you look down Presper Street, you see why your hot dog man told you to avoid this area. As you turn a corner, you find yourselves staring down a street that has been cordoned off by the city watch. Lying on the cobblestones are a half-dozen corpses, seemingly the victims of some terrible skirmish. Watch officers have disarmed and arrested 3 blood-drenched humans and are in the midst of questioning witnesses.
Oh, for fuck's sake, not more of this.
Jesus.
Crag approach City Watch and flash cape and cowl. I don't know if they wear cowls, but
Yes, you are Batman, actually.
I was gonna say, are you loinclothing it or actual cape?
and I ask how can we get round? Want to continue down the street?
The watch member you've stopped, she says, well, if you're heading to the 6 casks, I'd just head out and around. The investigator hasn't shown up yet, so we can't really move the bodies yet.
Oh, Wester Winddrivver of the Waterdeep Weekly. Can you give us a brief statement? What happens?
No, we cannot give you a brief statement.
Small comment.
I have nothing to say at this time, Wester.
Interested parties? Anything for the people.
Wester, please go around. We've been over this, Wester. I can't comment on ongoing investigations.
I want to try to pick up Wester.
Sure. Does Wester stop this?
I'm not gonna put his hand over the mouth, but just pick him up. He can continue peppering, but I want to continue on.
I mean, I'd probably wiggle a little, but like
let
I'm
nothing
on the
stop.
opposite shoulder of Wester.
At this point, it's token wiggling.
Yeah, token wiggling.
Okay.
Can I put Wester on the opposite shoulder? Because I think Devin's on the other shoulder.
Oh yeah, he is. That's a good point. Now you're like the hobbits on top of Treebeard. So you get dragged away, Wester. The member of the
Carried
watch guard,
away.
she turns
Carried
around
away.
to
Very nice way of getting carried away.
continue on, and you head down here, and then into the street of six casks. God, that is hard to say. From the south, and you come to the Skewered Dragon. The Skewered Dragon looks like a ruin. Both of its front-facing windows are smashed, and a ship's anchor is lodged in the roof. Through the windows, you can see a group of haggard patrons drinking from huge tankards. This place is, you thought, like, the Yawning Portal is kind of rough and tumble. This place is like a whole new level of rough and tumble. Although right now, there doesn't seem to be many people in there. Even though it's like an evening, you'd expect there to be more people coming in off ships or something. But there's only about 4 people in there, plus the barkeep.
Well, I mean, I guess when you have hideous murdering just down the street.
So we
Yeah,
just
it's better
doubled the
business.
population of the room.
Correct. More than doubled it, actually. There's 6 of you and 5 people in there.
Okay, very important. Try to be inconspicuous.
You don't say that out loud, though. They can hear you.
Okay,
Inconspicuous
don't
never
be
worked for me.
inconspicuous.
Can I go up to the bar, slap my hand down, and says, "Crag looking for a flu. Who has a flu?"
The bartender, a very old dwarf, missing one eye, seems like he got stabbed out at one point, who's using a rag that's dirtier than the tabletop to clean a glass, looks up and says, "Don't know a flu."
Western Winddrivver of the Waterdeep Weekly. I believe my associate's not looking for a chimney flue. I believe he's looking for an associate named Floon. I don't remember the last name. Somebody help me out here.
Blagmar?
I want to catch flu.
Floon Blagmar. Yes, I don't believe he's looking for the flu, but he might be looking for the flu. So maybe if you could also point him to an infirmary.
Never heard of a Floon Blagmar, sorry.
Piggy just puts her hand on Wester's shoulders, just like, don't forget to.
Yeah, well, writing doesn't have breathing, so sometimes you just gotta get all of your words out really quickly.
Devin saunters up to the bar,
Okay.
takes out 5 gold, puts it on the bar.
Mhm.
Floon Blackmar. You heard of him?
And as he does that, I'll cast a minor illusion of what Floon Blagmar's face was, as worked out by Volo.
Okay. He looks down, puts the rag over the money, and drags it over to his side of the table. Says, "Yeah, seen him 2 days ago. He's in here with the guy with the hat."
With a hat and a really stupid mustache.
Yep. Sounds about him.
Hey, bub, take off your hat.
Did they leave here together? Did they leave separately? Which way did he go, George?
He shrugs and says, "Don't know. Krull was gambling with him. Krull might know." "Hey, Krull!" And a guy who's sitting at a table, he's got a 3-dragon ante deck, like he's sitting there shuffling it out and sort of dealing stuff to himself, and then looks at the cards and then frowns and then shuffles it back in. Looks up and says, "Yeah." He says, "Weren't you with the dandies, the guy with the hat and the mustache, and then the handsome gentleman with the hair?" And Krull's like, "Yeah." He's like, Krull talked with him.
Ooh, that's my favorite game. I'd never won.
All right, I'm going to go over to Kroll.
All right.
Yep,
Krull is like probably late 30s, early 40s human. He's missing 2 fingers on his left hand, and as you sit down, he says, "So, what do you need?"
We're looking for a man.
Yeah.
You've heard his description, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us anything?
Sure. He was in here with the guy with the mustache and the hat. Came in, kind of throwing money around. You know how sometimes rich people that like to come into the poor areas, kind of like pretend to slum it for an evening. That's kind of what it was like. And so I obliged them. They made me quite a bit of money, I gotta say. So I ain't complaining. And then the mustache man left, but the other one he stayed behind. And then another guy showed up, and then they left together.
That other guy who showed up.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know what he looks like?
To be honest, they actually kind of look pretty similar. If I saw them at a glance, I'd probably say they were twins, but I don't think they are. I think it's just they look kind of similar. He's got more of instead of like reddish blonde, he's got like red hair. claimed to be a Neverember, but I don't know if that's true. I think that's a load of shit.
Out of character, do I know what that word? Am I supposed to know what that word means?
Anyone who has lived in Waterdeep for any period of time, or anyone who's trained in history, would know that name. The last Open Lord of Waterdeep was Lord Neverember. He was the Open Lord for several years, and then left after it was discovered he stole a bunch of money from the treasury, and he went to Neverwinter, where he is now the regent. He is now the ruler of Neverwinter, and he's not allowed back in the city because he stole a bunch of money and hid it supposedly somewhere in the city. There's lots of rumors about that. No one knows if that's true. But he sort of was thrown out in disgrace. But, I mean, he probably had family. You don't know much about that. But the name Neverember is a big deal. Yeah.
Thrown out in disgrace, whole bunch of rumors, probably full of shit. This sounds like a job for Western Winddrivver and the Waterdeep Weekly.
Yeah, his name was Daggalt Neverember. Was his name.
God damn it. See?
So I'll do the minor illusion thing, and I'll shape onto this new guy's face as well.
Sure. From the description, they do look pretty similar, but I don't know. Not exactly. But like, if it was dark or something, you could definitely confuse them.
You wouldn't happen to see which direction they left in, would you?
He says, yeah, they went down Shrimp Alley, north, I think, which is this way. I don't think it's yet.
I see Shrimp Alley. Did you happen to catch any words of where they might have been heading?
Nah.
Anything? Anything that could help us?
I was pretty well sloshed by that point, so I was just so happy they kept losing money to me. I didn't pay much attention to much else.
It's hard
I
to
pull
pay
it. I
attention to
pull
much
it another.
stuff.
I pull it another 3 gold.
He takes it and he says, "Well, I did see something, but you didn't hear it from me. All right? When they left,
I say in Thieves' Cant, I didn't hear anything from you. I've never met you before."
He nods, acknowledging that. And when they left, 5 guys came out of the alley across the street, followed them. All of them in black leather armor.
Solid black or any markings?
It was hard to tell. I think it was solid black, but it was dark. It's hard to see.
Well, thank you for your time. Enjoy your game.
He nods and says, "Been a pleasure."
Pudge has already lost 3 gold just sitting at the table.
Devin, I should really... Sometimes I think I might contract outsourcing some of this information from you. It might be expensive, but it might be worth it.
Got my ear to the ground.
And your dragons.
And some of that there gold.
Well, we have a heading, though, don't we?
You do indeed.
Well, let's get after it.
All right. So, you guys are heading out and up Shrimp Alley. Is that the plan?
I believe so.
All right. So, you guys head out down this end of the street, take a left, and head up Shrimp Alley. The only real noticeable things as you're coming around, sort of looking around, seeing what you can see, the shop I mentioned is on Shrimp Alley, the old Zoblob shop. There's also a halfling seemingly a beggar of some sort in rags. He's got like a little cup out in front of him, sitting there on the corner. Other than that, it's kind of hard to tell. Like, this was 2 nights ago. Like, who knows at this point?
You say that, but what about if I roll a 16?
Okay.
Pudge is just going back and forth across the street, just checking out all the mud. He goes like around the beggar 3 times.
I don't think you're gonna get anything 2 days later on a main city street. I'm sorry, even with the 16.
He picks up rocks. He shows them to people, puts them back down.
Is he trying to find a place to go potty? Because he can go wherever he wants, right? What's he
Just not
doing?
on my shoulder.
He can just shit wherever, right? So
Tabaxi privilege, yes, that's one of the class features.
Well, I mean, as long as you clean up after yourself, you know, bury it.
Just cover it. That's how it works.
Please don't poop on the homeless man, though. He's having a hard time as it is.
All right. Well, I mean, we'll try the homeless man here.
okay.
Crag, you sleep under stars. Make strong.
Yeah, I don't see any stars around here, though. It's just fog and, you know, dust and apparently blood just down the street. Not a lot of stars out here.
Here, I'll set
Stars
the
no
scene
light
for you. Tall, densely packed tenements leave most of the neighborhood in shadow at ground level. Most of the street lamps have had their glass smashed and their candles stolen, and the smells of salt air and excrement linger as you pass by rows of rundown buildings.
Pudge covers compulsively.
Smells like home.
Delicious. So you're heading up to the beggar?
Do you know him, Devin? Does he smell like your home? Do you know him? He's your size. I don't know.
Now that's racist.
Hey, it can't be racist. I'm close to your size.
Yes, he's also your
That's
size.
totally racist.
That's how racism works.
You're not really answering the question, though.
No, I don't know this man. Do I know this man?
Is racist if true?
Thank you, Craig.
Well, I mean, have you ever used? I mean, you might have used homeless people as a sort of an information network before. That stands to reason. Why don't you give me? Let's just say a straight D20 roll, just to see if you happen to have talked with this man in the past.
2.
No, you've never met this man before.
That's a good shot there. And then I'll does this homeless halfling acknowledge presence? Like, does he have eyes?
Yeah, he looks up at you.
What question is
How do we know?
A legitimate one.
He's just on the
He holds
street.
out the cup and he says, "Any bit helps, sir."
I get yelled at for short jokes, but he can go, does he have eyes? Whatever. Bullshit.
Well, not having eyes could be the reason why he's there.
All right. I'll walk up to this guy and just greet him in Thieves' Cant and see if he says anything back to me in Thieves.
Sure. He in the process of him doing is, please, I'm destitute. Anything helps. He manages to get across to you the equivalent of sup.
In Thieves' Cant, I say, we're looking for a man. Might have been followed out of the bar over there a couple of nights ago. We're looking for this man, and I say to Wester, "What's the picture?"
And I got the picture.
Piggy, did he say he prostitute?
The gentleman says back, "He's not a prostitute, and there were 2 of them." But and he just sort of jangles the cup expectantly.
2 gold.
I'll stop him from putting in one of his gold, and I'll put in 1 gold. Professional curse.
Thank you, sir.
He looks at you, Wester, and goes, shake, 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 shake.
But really?
Can I take the
Alright.
cup away from him?
You want to try to take the cup from him?
If you try to do that, I will stop you.
No, if I would stop Crag, because Devin and Wester are doing something, and I see Crag like eyeing the cup. I would be like, no.
Like, Piggy will come up and she will like.
He's trying to give cup away.
This is the pie all over again.
No, Piggy's gonna reach into her purse and like pulled out like nearly like all her coins and just be like, "Is this what we're doing?"
No,
No, not there.
Oh, you're such a kind lady. Oh my goodness, thank
Oh
you.
my
No,
good-
give
much.
money to prostitute.
And he
God.
just, as you're holding it out, he just takes it immediately.
Oh, for
And it's
Pete's
like,
sake, what's
so
going on?
generous. Oh my goodness. And as you guys are standing there, like he is holding on to it, like oh my god, so generous. And then like he moves his hands down, and it's like gone, and you're not sure where he put it.
Oh, fuck it is now.
So the 10 gold that she just got is to
Did
the
you?
sky.
I mean, if you held it all out to him and weren't going to stop him from taking, then yes.
no, she because she still has some of her own, but she figured like this is what she wanted more.
All right.
She has no concept of what is too much.
He'll say, so this is what I did. Those 2 guys, they got jumped. All right, 5 guys, black armor. One of them had a symbol on a tattoo back of his neck.
Was it like this thing? And all minor illusion, the one from the tavern.
No. This is different. This was a Zent symbol. And he
At that
says-
word, Devin's just gonna really perk up and just lean in close.
and winged snake curled around a dagger. All right. So these Zents jumped him, knocked him out, dragged him away. Now, I didn't see where they went, but Rolf has connections, and Rolf happens to know that they have a warehouse they use. It's on Candle Street. Okay.
Is
You'll
Rolf
tell it because it's got.
prostitute too?
I'm Rolf. And no, I'm not a prostitute.
Condell Street or Condell Lane?
Lane. Sorry, Lane. Lots of streets. Candle Lane.
No, it's okay.
So you can tell it because one of the doors has got the Zent symbol carved into it. They use it as a safe house. I think they brought him there.
Jeez, that's
Right.
the most obvious safe house I've ever heard of.
Mm.
Well, when the guard doesn't really strictly do anything about it, why bother hiding it?
Yeah.
It's got the point. What'd you say your name was?
Rolf. Rolf Redbottom's the name.
Rolf.
Information's the game.
It's been a pleasure doing business with you.
A pleasure. A pleasure. Make sure you bring her back next time.
I bet
Perhaps-
bottom's
What do you
red
be?
from prostitutes.
That's not how this works.
Babs is like beside himself trying to wrangle and explain things to Crag, Piggy, and Pudge. And she's just like, he's looking over at Wester and Devin like,
There's something you can't do.
We're paying the bills. You gotta, do the side education.
I did not sign up to be a babysitter. I had my kids already. Anyway, somebody purchased a musical number.
Ooh.
What's that, Casey? What you want?
I mean, I'm just thinking it's Rolf. He needs to sing.
Who's Rolf?
Rolf
What?
Dog?
What?
What?
Is that the homeless
You
man?
say that like that's the most obvious thing in the world. What does that mean?
I'm dying inside right now. I hope you know that.
Oh God, come on, Sean.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Because you're a baby.
Blink, blink.
Oh my god.
I have the faintest idea.
It's okay. I'm sitting here in my chair and I don't get it either.
Okay, well there you go. I got Kyle on my side. We'll
Okay.
be over here being young.
Yep.
Okay, so you have this information from your dear friend Rolf. What's the plan?
Go to
I'm
the
thinking we go there
place.
tonight, yeah. And we got to follow it up before it goes. I mean, I won't have time to bring out any of the press crew or, you know. any of
Okay,
my
so you're
assistants,
heading
but,
there
like,
tonight. Okay. So you head out this way, down Troll Crook Alley, over to the Way of the Dragon, and then down here into Candle Lane. All right. Gloom envelops a narrow alley as dark as a dungeon, and as odorous as one, too. Nearly all the street lamps have been smashed. The only light that pierces the darkness is a faint flickering from down the lane, like a distant candle.
Oh, it got dark real fast. Oh my god.
I mean, it was dark when you guys set out.
Was it? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize. Here we
Oh,
were
gosh.
getting late night hot dogs. Didn't realize.
You gotta have your dog.
Okay,
Gotta
we
have
already
them dogs.
we did this one already. Okay. Sorry I brought it up. I was just, gotta clean my glasses. Okay, so
Someone say hot dog. Is there more hot dog?
nope. Sorry. Look, it's a candle. Craig, look, there's a person down there.
Hi, person.
Oh.
I wave to the person.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, I'm sure Craig's very fast.
All right, so give me just a second to reveal some stuff.
Casey, I think you might need to be a little more specific in your purchase of the...
Nope, I'm just gonna die over here for a while.
Unless you're gonna do the singing.
Nah, it's okay. Just gotta.
Casey,
Once the pain settles.
I sang shots for you earlier, and that was as much as you.
I mean, it's okay.
It wasn't recorded.
That's too bad. You gotta entice me into saying on camera. Okay, so this warehouse. I'm gonna move us to a map in just. Okay. So you find yourselves outside of a warehouse. There is a yard with a fenced, a gated area. So the yard is gated off with a metal fence with a gate right here. Then on the warehouse itself, there's a large door where carts come in and out right here. A smaller door to the side where the Zentarim symbol is painted, and a window right here. The window is very dirty, and seeing through it without getting right up next to it and trying to clean some of it off is pretty much impossible. What is the plan of attack here?
How tall's the gate?
The gate is 8 feet tall.
So,
Who's the tallest member of our party?
Piggy is 8'2".
I'm about
taller
half
than-
that.
I can stay on my tippy toes and get above 8.
Oh, wait,
You can see through the fence, so that's not
I feel like Piggy could just
Miss-
literally pick somebody up and just drop them off the other side.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
God.
thinking. Miss Piggy,
Sorry.
if you wouldn't mind.
No problem.
Sorry, Blocko text. My bad. But yeah, I did that on the walk. So now there's a snowy white owl flying around.
we can say you did that before, but you definitely couldn't do that on the walk because it takes an
Well,
hour.
at some point there, we were wrangling some people and talking to some homeless people and not asking them about the dirty deeds that happened in the alleyway behind us right then and there. So while we were not asking about that, I was casting that.
Sure. Okay, so is Devin getting tossed over the side? Is that what I'm hearing? Over the fence?
If that's what he wants, that's what he'll get.
That's what I'm asking for.
All right, Devin, you're on the other side of the fence.
Crag know how to do fastball special.
What
uh,
you doing now?
I would like to go to the door, and I would like to knock on that door, and then I would like to hide.
Okay. You knock on the door.
Yeah.
There is no response.
I not want to leave Devin alone. Can I crawl over, or can I climb over the fence?
Give me an athletics check.
Sure.
That is enough. You can climb over the fence.
Oof. I just want to walk to Devin. Hey, Devin. Say no answer.
No, and I'm trying to be so polite, too.
Maybe you not knock loud enough.
I don't think that's the matter.
Is door open?
I hadn't thought of that. I try the door.
It is locked.
At the
Well,
same
shite.
time, Pudge tries the big door.
It is also locked.
Pudge tries the big door harder.
Okay? It's just as locked as when you tried it the first time.
Hey,
Just shaking it back and forth.
hey
like-
guys, Team Subtle over there isn't getting any ground. We might want to come up with a different way to peek in, see here.
Oi, tall one, put me on your shoulders and let's go over
I
to that
have
window
an
there.
Idea. Please move, Devin. I have idea.
You've got an
So,
idea, I'll facilitate.
I off my back, I pull off this iron rod with a flat surface on it, and I proceed to.
Is its name Idea?
All right. Give me a strength check.
It's on there. I didn't roll well. I rolled a 2.
Uh,
Yes?
You rolled a 10. 10 is not enough to get the door open, but you make a very loud noise.
Devin is
Sometimes take multiple times. Watch.
Devin is gonna try to hip hop back over that fucking fence. Wow.
Door very sturdy, and I'm convinced this door does not. They've like barricaded it. I put away the ram.
Wait, hang on, no,
Why
hang
is
on.
the ram doors down, and I can't even do that. I have not been.
The worst part is you rolled the 2 numbers that mean you can't do it. Like, it is not that hard. You just really wanged it up.
Okay, wow.
Pudge comes over to try and figure it out and help.
Door real strong. Real strong.
How big is this window over here?
It is fairly sizable.
Okay.
It's about 5 feet. You could fit through it if you wanted to.
Oh, no, but if I can fit through it, hey, Devin, and I'll break about a 2-foot thing and be like, can you get through that? Or you need a little more space?
I can get through there, I think.
All right, well, I can fix it right up if, you come upon some people in there that are unhappy that we broke their window. But now that I
Sure.
broke it, can we see anything before he runs in?
Sure. Give me a second. You can see, like, this.
Also, can anybody see if that front door gate is like unlockable from the other side, so I don't have to try to make a fool of myself and climb over this
Yeah,
fence?
it's not actually locked. You can just open it.
Oh,
So that is what you see. You see stairs heading up. There's clearly a second floor. You can see that the second floor isn't full. Like it's just an area overlooking the first floor, and you can see boxes and stuff tossed around.
All right. I'm going to go in and I'm immediately going to stealth.
Okay.
Is it dark?
Yes, it is dark.
No, I can't see in.
I mean, you should be able to see the area. There's nothing stopping you. Oh, I see what you're saying. It's dark in there and you don't have dark vision. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yep.
That is also a concern for you, I think, Devin. I don't think halflings have dark vision.
Sure is. I'm going to pull up my hooded lantern.
Okay.
I'm going to use
I
that
will say
to...
that will make stealth a little bit harder, but...
Yeah, upon
Yeah.
saying he's not trying to hide, I guess I'd follow him. Considering our friend hide. Need to own.
So are you going further in? Is anyone else going in with you? What's the plan here?
Yeah, I'll go further in.
Get the door.
Um,
Go get the door.
I'll go up to the stairs and I'll make sure the hooded lantern is all the way closed and just kind of sit there for a moment, listen for any noise.
Give me a perception check. You don't hear anything. That's the first floor. I'm going to give you guys the second floor, or at least portions of it, just so you can see it. It's the second floor.
All right. I am gonna slowly and quietly creep my way over to the door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna send my little familiar in there too. His dark vision.
Okay. You are able to open the door.
Okay.
Right now, come on in. Come on in.
Doors open, Hall.
Wow. I want to take a good hard look at this.
Okay,
door.
at this point, something bad happens. Specifically, these gentlemen make their appearance known.
This is a very strong door.
And you guys are going to get attacked. We're going to roll into initiative, but they have a surprise round, basically.
Makes sense.
Red 0.
Look at the holes inside this wooden door.
So-
Very strong.
Please roll me some initiative.
Crag, there's things to hit now.
Ooh. Hitty like.
Apparently he does.
All right.
Wait, where did my thing go?
You didn't roll. Oh, you did roll. Did you
I
click
did
on your
roll.
token, Casey?
Still have it highlighted. I swear I did. Hang on. Try one more time here.
It
Pop
did that
bad
to
boy
me
back.
last time.
All right, I got it that time.
All right.
Weird.
Who are we missing? Oh, we're missing Crag.
How are you missing me? I critted.
Yeah, I feel like
don't
it's
think-
it's overwriting one of us when the other one rolls for some reason.
I don't know why that is.
Okay, that's my owl.
Ow!
There he is. Well, actually, he'd probably
I
be
give
like...
you an owl token.
I mean, that's fine, whatever. I didn't want to, you got shit to do.
Give me a second.
That's more like a bikini.
That's an owl bear. That's not one.
Let's see your owl there, Casey.
There we go. Owl.
Ah, that's okay.
Yeah, well, that'll do for now. We can get a more custom one later. Okay, so first round. None of you guys, unfortunately, get to act. They do, though. So they're going to start shooting at you guys. It's going to be less than 1, 2. Okay, so Devin, you're still hidden, but Wester, Crag, and Babs all get hit. Crag, you get hit twice. So Wester, you take 7. Babs, you take 5. Crag, you take 12.
Fuck.
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna reduce that to 5.
I don't think you have a reaction. You're surprised.
This is. Oh, it is. You're right. Reaction.
Yeah, I don't think you do,
12?
unfortunately. So hopefully next time. So that is their turn.
There is a
Crag,
next turn.
your turn. They have now
I
made
have-
themselves apparent.
These giant arrows in me.
Mhm.
Deflated me a little bit. So let's. Yeah, let's start attack.
Okay.
These MFers are. They need to die. So,
All right. Make them dead.
let's do it.
That'll hit. 14. You make them dead.
Bad bird.
It's worth noting these are short avian creatures with long beaks and black feathers. They each wear a hooded cloak, and right now they have short bows, but they have swords at their belts. All right, that is your turn, Craig. Pudge.
Hello.
Mhm.
And then from there, he hurls a spear at one of the further ones.
Okay. I think you might have wanted to do it when you were here.
You know, he might have wanted to, but he didn't.
Okay, so you're at disadvantage.
It's a disadvantage.
Yeah.
17?
17 will still hit. Right one or left one?
Right one.
All right.
That was
Okay.
the plan. 100%.
All right. So keep in mind, I don't know if you guys have noticed, there is a guy on the right side on the top floor over there, just in case people haven't noticed that guy.
I did not notice that guy, but that's okay.
There you go.
So wait.
Okay.
So wait, is that guy like?
Basically
here?
that's like he's right
Is he like there-ish compared to us?
here. He's in this square above.
Cool.
Right. Yeah, because that is a mirror of this. The right side is a mirror of this, but on the top floor. Wester.
Ow. I don't know. That might be the first time that Wester's ever been, shot.
You get used
Does
to
not
it.
like. Yeah, no, Craig. I don't think I will. I'm shooting the one on the right.
Unfortunately, 7's not going to do it.
Yeah, that really is unfortunate. How high are these boxes over here?
Those ones not vary, like 4 feet max.
Okay,
You can
cool.
Hide behind Crag.
Actually, yeah, that's actually not a terrible idea, and I'm pretty sure that's what Wester was thinking. He's gonna move this way, and as he passes Devin, He's gonna bonus action some bardic inspiration. And I will type out what is inspiring in just a second. And then he's gonna get to these boxes and then lay prone behind them.
Okay. Who are you inspiring?
Devin.
Okay, Devin, you are inspired.
Cool.
Piggy! Your friends are getting shot in there. Piggy?
Mute.
Athy?
Sorry, my thingy got switched off.
I hate her.
I said she has gonna crouch down and just kind of like push her way through this door.
Mm-hmm.
Jump up here. She's got her shield in bonus action shillelagh. She can't get that close. So she's gonna thorn whip this guy.
Okay.
Roll please.
Do. Crack that whip.
She's rolling amazing damage. Is it rolling properly? Yes, it's rolling properly.
Yeah. All right, and he gets pulled down from his box over to here.
Hurt him a wee bit.
All right. These guys' turn. Well, this guy's gonna finish the movement, drop his short bow, draw his short sword, and try to stab you with it. And not do a good job. His friend is going to try to shoot at Pudge because Pudge threw a spear at him and do a very bad job. And the guy up top is going to shoot one at Crag because Crag is still big and scary. And miss. So, none of them hit. That is their turn. Devin.
All right. Devin is going to slide up next to Miss Piggy, drop the bow, pull out a short sword, and stabby. 10.
Is not going to do it, unfortunately.
Damn!
Cough, you have a D6, cough.
You are inspired.
I'm going to add a D6 to that.
All right.
Does 11 do it?
11's not going to do it.
Wait, was he still hidden?
No.
Okay, that's the last thing I got. It's the only way I can inspire you, man.
I don't think so. All right.
Can I pull out my dagger for a bonus action attack?
Yeah. Oh, baby.
Fuck!
It's the
Oh,
night.
that's a good campaign.
The
Good
night.
campaign.
We are amazing.
The night
Oh,
of so many
baby.
ones.
Baths.
So for the familiar, do you want me to roll for his initiative, or can he just act on my turn for this round and then he'll roll his own next time because I don't have control of him?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's how we'll do it.
Cool.
He'll act on your turn for this
Combat. Cool.
In the future, he'll have his own.
Gotcha. So, yeah. Okay. So, this guy, like, how high up? You said he's on the second floor, right?
The second floor is 12 feet over where you guys are standing right now.
Psh, nothing. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna command Owl to go up and try and keep an eye on this guy so he doesn't go away, and I will shoot at the bad guy in front of my two friends there.
Keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, don't you go nowhere, but don't get too close.
No.
And I'm gonna shoot at this guy. Yeah.
And that'll be exactly enough to kill him.
And I'm gonna stay right where the fuck I am.
All right. Crag.
I will jolly green giant step. Is Wester small?
No. He's medium.
Move, full movement, and
Craig, are you shouting from across the room? Because I have you max turned up and I can't hear you.
oh yeah, no, I was sorry. Is that better?
Oh my god, yes. Thank you.
Much.
I want the full Crag
Cheerio.
effect.
Oh yeah. Sure, you missed out. So, let's go for full regular, just two-handed battle axe to the face.
All right, that'll hit.
F shields.
All right, 10 damage.
You no good. That's
All
all I
right,
got.
that is your turn. Pudge.
Bud. As he runs up, he pulls out another of his paintbrush spears and he stabs it at him.
All right.
19?
That'll hit.
Still standing?
No, he is dead.
All right. He'll carry on and then pick up his other spear. And then stand there holding two spears looking confused.
All right. So. Ooh. All right. At this point, a thing's going to happen. Which is...
Oh, cool.
This gentleman. It's a more positive thing than the last thing. Is going to come bursting out of this door here, look around, and seeing you, Pudge, stab that guy to death, is going to make a judgment call, and is going to run over to here and grab that dude's short bow. And
Hey.
as he does it,
The flu.
he says, I don't have any time to explain, but I'm really glad you're here,
It's you!
Wester.
It's the flu.
He'd flown!
It's a floon?
He'd flown.
All right. Well, the exclamations of floon are gonna make me stand up. And be like, no, is that the floon? I can't tell. Its hair is dumb.
What did you do? The fly let it flee, the flee let it fly, the flew to the fall on the floon.
I'm gonna
So
pretend like I knew what you just said there, Pudge.
Is Pudge the Swedish chef?
Oh my god, are we all Sesame Street characters? This could be awful.
Muppets forever.
Muppets. Now I feel really embarrassed. So I'm gonna try to light crossbow this Kenku up at the top, at the second floor.
Roll it.
After I stand back up.
11's not going to do it, unfortunately.
No, that is really unfortunate.
You don't even have a terrible bonus to hit. You're just like having bad luck at hitting.
What, man? It's all the ink on my fingers, the strings. Just Piggy, you can just get him down here. And I'll inspire
This
Piggy
just
to
in.
perform
Wester
a
can't hit broadside of barn.
Okay, so
posthumous pet. I don't have another P alliteration.
so that guy is essentially here.
No,
Up?
here. Because these are these stairs right here.
Yeah, I was just
So he's right here.
feeling. Oh, okay. So here. 30. And is he within 30 feet of me here?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so this. We yoink him down.
Right. So you pull him over the edge, and he Wilhelm screams as he falls over and lands here and takes an amount of damage. 1.
He bounced.
And he lands prone in that square. He stands up and comes over to try to stab you. Does so. 4 damage. Thank you for the Wilhelm scream.
How much?
4.
For how much?
4.
For how much? Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
4. Devin.
Oh, it's degenerating quickly.
No, who's on second?
Devin? Well, no, the Pudge is second.
He's hiding so good you can't hear him.
Uh-oh.
Ben.
Oh, Devin.
Somebody's muted.
Sorry, no, I had to take my headphones off to play the Wilhelm scream through my microphone, and I didn't hear you say my name. I'm a shooter motherfucker. That motherfucker.
Okay.
He's a devoted Foley artist.
That'll hit.
Foley follies.
And that is enough to kill him.
Ooh.
He dead. Shoot him through the throat and he collapses to the ground, feathery arms flailing. And that is that.
Anyone have potion? I feel very faint. And I take out that giant arrow that's been inside of me. My chest.
No, Crag, it's okay. Just give it an hour. Have a hot dog. It'll be fine.
Did you put those in your
want hot
pockets?
dog. Ooh, pocket hot dog. Yucky.
Okay.
Get some packet dags.
Pack bacon.
Now that you guys have a little bit more time to look and you can use the light to get a better idea of what's in here and what it looks like, I will read a description of the room. Tables and chairs have been carelessly tossed to the floor. The corpses of a dozen men lie along the walls, specifically this wall on the east wall.
Oh, feck.
There are rapiers and daggers lying nearby. On the north side of the area, stairs rise to an open level above.
Should we loot bodies? I'm looking for healing potions.
None of them have a healing potion. I'm just going to tell you that one right now.
I have a short series of questions.
Sure.
Do any of their clothes bear the mark of the Zentarum?
Yes.
Are any of them halflings?
No, none of them are halflings.
Damn it.
Um,
I mean, are any of them short? Like, are any of them halfling sized?
Racist.
No? Okay.
No. Yeah, so there are 5 who you've identified for sure as members of the Zentarum. The other 7, you're not sure.
Owlie, what do you see up there? Anything good?
It looks much the same as the floor below. He does see a door in the top right corner. But,
What's indoor where Floon came from?
oh, it's just like a little closet. Just reveal it. It's like, no.
Does this person react to us calling him her Floon over and over again?
Give me a second. There you go. That's it. So after as things are sort of settling down, you guys are looking around. This gentleman sort of sighs and slings the short bow and grabs the arrows. So he has some sort of a weapon. And he says, I appreciate the help. It was rough in here for the past couple days. And you can see, those of you, like, his lips are dry and cracked. It looks like he's probably been in that closet for a little while.
Yeah.
And he says, Raynar, never remember. A pleasure. But no.
Pudge gets right up in his face and then looks at his long hair and looks back at his face. You've been in the closet for a long time.
Well,
It's good you come out of closet.
Yeah, we're all proud of you.
At the yes. Well, the Kenku were here, and it was dangerous to come out. But I heard the fighting, and
Yes, it's probably very hard to come out of the closet with so many big birds around.
Brave come out of closet.
Yeah. I appreciate your help, but I'm ignoring the obvious joke.
How long you been in closet?
I'm not
2
sure
days.
what jokes you're talking about, lad.
2 days.
You know, somebody could give him some water so he could talk a little bit better. Here,
Yeah,
have some water.
I'd appreciate that. And he basically just drains your water skin.
Excellent, Western Winddrivver of the Waterdeep Weekly. Do you have a comment about the events that have taken place here?
Oh, for God's sake, you're no better than the rest of them grilling him.
I never said I was better.
He hands the water skin back. He says, "Please, not right now. Look, it sounds like you're looking for Floon. I can help with that. I can't help with this."
How about they do it like Megadine if they like are willing to help us with the missing person, but not like give you a the little speechy thing.
Were those words? I'm not sure.
Some of them.
Okay, look. Okay, here's what I know. The Zents jumped us because they think I know where my father hid all that money. I don't. Before you get excited,
Hold
but
on. Backing up a tick. So you really are a Never Ember?
Yes, that's correct.
Well, holy shit. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Yeah. To be honest, I'd like to avoid being the Never Ember name as much as possible.
I'm sure you would Never Ember.
Right. So if you could just call me Raynar, I'd appreciate it.
We could give you a facial reconstruction.
No, I like my face the way it is. The face isn't the issue.
I mean, that's basically how people figure out who you are.
Yeah, I understand that. The problem wasn't my face. It was more Floon's face. Because the Zents are stupid and thought he was me. And Floon, being a good friend, wasn't about to change their minds. They began to question him when the other group showed up. Xanathar's guild, I think. The Zents put up a good fight, but in the end it wasn't enough, and died. They took Floon, again thinking he was me, and left the Kenku.
So your friend took the heat for you, and you just sat there under the stairs and let it all go down?
Look,
is that about right?
Well, no, I hid under the stairs in the attack because I didn't have a weapon. I was hoping I was going to be able to grab one, and it didn't happen. And by the time I was able to do something about it, I got myself free of the binds. The Zents were dead, and the Xanathars were taking them away. I figured I could do more good not dying and maybe getting help than trying to rush at them with no weapon. But look, are you looking for Floon? Is that why you're here?
Yes.
Okay.
We've been contracted.
And Mr. Volo asked us to find him.
Volo. Yeah, that sounds like something to do.
What does that mean?
Well, Volo is a lot of things, but ultimately he's not a bad guy. And he would get concerned when he hadn't heard from Floon in a couple days.
Tell us some of the things that he is.
Was Volo in closet with you?
No, it was just me.
Somebody give Crag a hat dag. He's getting kind of loopy.
Look, so I heard the Xanathars arguing, and they seem to have gone into the sewers, and they mentioned something about following the yellow signs. I don't know what that means, but it's as much clue as I have at the moment.
Yellow sign. Pudge? What did you do, Pudge?
Pudge just like pushes down the yellow bristles of his brush.
Where
tugs
is
up the
that
other ones.
Pudge? Where's the brush?
I didn't know what you're talking about.
What do these yellow signs look like? Like, are they bricks or something?
I don't know. I've never. I haven't spent a lot of time in the sewers, if I'm being totally honest with you.
Well, that's about to change, right? Surely you're going to join us on this little quest to save your friend, seeing as how it's basically your fault that he's where he is.
I disagree with the assertion that it's my fault.
Well, it's definitely due to you not putting yourself where you belong, I would say.
See, here's the problem. Look, I don't have time to argue. I can help, but I can't help tonight.
Oh, you got more pressing matters. Do you want to go hide under some more stairs or something?
Well, considering you have a gaping wound where you got shot with an arrow, I'm not sure you're in a position to go tonight either.
Look, mister, we just took care of a problem that had you hiding in the closet. You were gonna be right there the whole night if it wasn't for us, and it sounds like you're making friends and then losing them. I don't think you're in any position to have plans tonight.
No, I'm not saying I have plans tonight. I'm saying I need to go home, gather my things, and rest for a night because I haven't had any food or water until just now.
I think that sounds pretty reasonable.
Thank you.
Shall we all do the same?
Most of you look like you could use a rest.
Yeah, well, I think most of us have earned a rest. And he, gives a nice, long, lingering look at Never Poop.
He looks down at the bow in his hands and he says, "Don't push it."
Oh, yeah, I'm real scared of you there. I'm gonna go sit on top of the stairs now.
Is door open upstairs? Door open?
The door is not open, but here, I realize now you can't really see it. It's like here. Right there. See it now? Right.
Oh, and by the way, Babs, you don't have to worry about him. He'll definitely help, because if he doesn't, his face and his name will be all over the Waterdeep Weekly.
I just agreed to help. You don't need to try to blackmail me.
Hey, I'm not trying to blackmail you. That's a crime in Waterdeep. We don't do that as reporters.
Right. You realize that if the guard maybe showed up.
Oh yeah, they're real helpful too.
As a member of the nobility, they take my word over yours.
Crag here. Open door.
You're knocking on that door. Are you opening it, Crag?
I will as soon as everyone dies down. But yeah, they can keep arguing with him. That's fine.
Well, I'm Crag. I'm asking you a very direct question. Are you opening that door?
Hello, anyone there?
I'm gonna take that as a yes. That you are opening the door because.
Damn it! Where's Crag? Oh, son of a bitch!
You open the door. We need to get into initiative because there's a bunch of big rats in that room.
Fuck!
Oh my god.
Knocky.
So we're going to roll into initiative. I'm not sure how long this will take. Crag might be in trouble considering he has 1 health. So we'll see. Please roll me some initiative. Thank you. Didn't expect the rats to come up, but here we are.
Oh, rats.
One, two.
Do you want
6. Look,
Owl
got in.
on mine or control?
We'll do on your turn again.
Okay.
All right, Devin. You hear Crag says something, opens a door, and then exclaims something. I'd imagine.
Oh, rats.
Oh, rats.
Full dash to get up the stairs.
So yeah, so it's like this is the top of the stairs there.
Yeah, let me see how far that is. 25. That's the first movement to the bottom of the stairs.
So
I'm
you're
going to move myself over to the bottom of the stairs over there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can I see a rat? No.
No, I don't think so.
That'll be me turn.
All right, Piggy. Seems like something's going down up there.
There does.
I'm really hoping someone gets knocked down by rats. That's my goal for this. I want to kill someone with rats.
You might get your wish. You might get your other wish too of killing Crag and forcing him to make a new character token.
Two birds with one rat.
2 Crags with 1 rat.
Yeah.
2 dash to there. And how long does Shillelagh last for? Do I have to do that again? Well, if she has to do it again, she's going to do it again, bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah, it lasts a minute, so probably by now it's gone.
Yeah, by now it'll be off. Pudge. Pudge, 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 Pudge. Hey, Pudge.
Pudge.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay, you just stuff. It's your turn.
Yeah. So he Tabaxi climbs his way up the pillar, and then when he hits the top, he Tabaxi speeds as fast as he can. I think he gets about there.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just launches one of his spears sort of a little to the side of Crag at a rat.
I'm going to say Crag's providing cover because he's a very big boy.
That seems reasonable.
And the rat's not very big.
Pudge!
I think it disadvantage, unfortunately. Oh, 8 doesn't matter.
Nah, it's not so good.
All right, so that goes wide. Goes twanging into the wall. Crag!
Let's see. I think bonus action. I want to throw. Yeah, I'll throw a.
Crag.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry. I'd like to throw an axe. A little hand axe.
Roll it.
Offhand.
Just
the one right in front. It will not?
It will.
Oh, sweetness.
You don't even need to roll damage. Your minimum damage is enough to kill it.
And then as my action, I'd like to...
That is your action, to throw an axe.
No, that's my bonus offhand.
No, that's not how it works. You have to commit to the attack action to get a bonus action attack.
Oh, I thought you could do the bonus. Oh, well, then that's not what I want to do. Keep the rat around.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Fine. I'll throw another run. F that.
Okay.
Let's go full offense.
Okay.
I'll throw another one.
Another one.
Very offensive.
That'll hit. It's dead.
Rah!
Excellent work.
Okay. There you go.
Get the rats!
Go ahead and kill me.
All right. Babs. I don't think you can get there.
Don't you have movement?
I'm not running away from rats.
He's a man of
That's
principle.
That's fair. That's fair.
Man of principle.
What is this? Table, boxes?
A bunch of boxes.
How high up is that?
That big one is probably 5 feet to a side.
Would I be able to see any of the rats if I clambered up on that?
That makes your total height like 7 feet. No.
Aw. I'm like 4. What? This would be 9 feet.
That makes your total height 9 feet. It's just still not enough. The second floor is 12
but it's
feet
2
off the
feet
ground.
more, so don't short me a foot here.
I'm so
All right.
sorry. So sorry.
All right. Well, okay. Babs is going to go dash to. That's as far as he can get, and that's his turn.
All right.
And I'm gonna have unnamed owl, who I can't control. He's gonna go fly over this guy here, and take the help action, and then fly out back over here.
Piggy's just like, Let me try to talk to them. I might be able to make them leave us alone.
They were locked in a room, sweetie. I don't think they're friendly guys. I don't know.
Okay. Wester.
So everybody's sprinted upstairs. What's Neverember look like? Does he look like he's ready?
He looks like he's gonna head upstairs. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't think he had it in him. Still, I'm gonna take up a nice defensive position right here. You know,
AKA hiding. I didn't know. I've never remember had it in him, but I better stay down here and cover the exit. I don't want to get.
And I'll get a crossbow and I'll ready in action if I can see a hostile.
Okay. Red's turn. They're gonna come swarming out. Squeak, 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 squeak. They're coming for you, Crag.
It's never the first rat that gets you. Remember that.
Crag, do you currently
get him on the first rat?
Currently 16. Is that accurate?
That is correct.
Okay.
I offhanded an axe. So
you did. That's fair. So you don't have your shield on. So the first two rats, they can't make it through your armor, but one of them, he's a goddamn hero, and he climbs up and he gets you on the neck, and you're like, ah. Okay.
And then I shrug it off.
Wait, roll the d12 plus your con mod. It might not be enough.
He did the rolls above.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 10. Let me do the math.
Yeah.
That is enough. Aren't you glad you didn't use it earlier? You'd be.
No. I would have rather used all 10 on the 12 that hit me.
Excuse you. You used a whopping one of it right there, so like, don't get too bummed out. So Raynar runs 5 feet there. Finishes his movement here and shoots twice and kills 2 rats. Devin, I believe in you,
right.
Devin. You can do it.
I'm
Just
gonna
don't
get
roll a natural
right
one.
up next to this rat.
Uh-huh.
Stab.
You did roll a natural 1, but not on the one that counted. That is enough to kill that rat dead, and you've solved my rat puzzle. Congratulations.
Rats.
The rats are dead. Crag did not fall to them, and because it's
Is
legal.
This another door?
Yeah, there's more doors. Yeah, I'll just reveal them. None of them have rats in them. Luckily for you. That one to the north just leads outside.
Reveal them. One does not simply walk into more doors.
Oh,
Crag does.
Is that a challenge?
Crag does. I'm just gonna assume that Crag's gonna walk into them, and I'm just opening them. The one to the north just leads outside, so that one's not important. But the ones to the east are a bunch of very old, very not used offices.
Ooh, we covered both.
And this is where we are going to end for the evening. You guys have a clue as to where Floon was taken, and you level up to level 2.
Yay!
Shoot,
I need a folder of animals.
Yes.
She said desperately.
If you want to PM me the animals, at least a list of animals you want, I can start setting that up for you.
Okay.
And remind me, the rule for your hit dice is you roll. If you do better than average, you keep it. If you do less than average, you get that.
Other way around. If you roll,
around.
you get better than average, you keep it. If you get less than average, you just take average.
Okay.
So you can never roll below average, basically.
That sounds good for me.
Sounds like Waverly needs that in Tyranny.
Because if I give you extra health, then I can be mean to you.
I rolled exactly average.
There you go.
I got a little better.
Well, no, you rolled a 4. That's
Oh,
not
right.
average.
Right. Fuck.
So keep
So
that
we
in
say
mind.
we long rested as well.
You guys are planning on resting, is my understanding. Because a lot of you are very injured and you're out of spells and a bunch of other things.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are long resting.
Devin's fine.
Yes. We're long resting.
Oh,
Yeah,
Devin, you got something on your nose, though.
Before we leave this hideout, I want to ask Wester for a piece of paper, a quill and some ink, and just write a note. Took back your fort. Hope to see you soon, D.O.B. And just leave it for him.
What, you think I'm just made out of paper and ink? Like,
yes.
Really?
Yeah,
yes,
correct.
I fucking do.
Well, I mean,
that's
like,
all you've been doing all fucking night.
Hey, I covered the exit.
Yeah, well, he's been writing stuff. You've had your nose up somebody's ass all night.
I'm sorry, what?
Piggy funny.
Stuff just got fierce.
I didn't realize that Pudge was also a not intelligent person.
Stupid.
You guys
Stupid is the word you're looking for.
Yeah.
For you guys to have to deal with
Yeah, I was out there dealing with Crag, Pudge, and the nicest person in the world who gave away all her gold. Trying to wrangle all you and explain why that's not a good idea.
That's a lot.
Pudge is very intelligent. What are you talking about?
Can't even say it with a straight face.
I just gotta turn Piggy on my side. But I have a feeling Piggy's gonna be animals now. So that's not gonna help me.
Okay,
and she can actually have conversations with animals now. So, like, yes, she may have been able to, like, tell these rats to calm the hell down. So she's gonna be pouty for a bit.
No. So Sean, Rolf the dog, really? Nothing?
I have no idea.
I put the link in chat.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I'm not paying attention.
No, that's all right. It just pained me.
Check your OOC chat.
Now I understand he hadn't had a part in a while because Mr. Henson died, and when he did, they stopped doing the voice. But still, ouch.
All right, let's look at the Muppet Wiki.
Rolf the dog.
I put a link in the chat.
No, I saw that. I'm looking to see. So his last spoken appearance was in 1990, 3 years before I was born. What do you want from me?
I was like, oh.
Wait, who's younger than I am?
Me, apparently. Yeah. You were born before 1993.
I was born in 1990.
There you go. So he was alive when Rolf the dog.
I remember Rolf the dog, except he was also on fucking Muppet Babies. You uncultured swine.
But in Muppet, that was his last speaking role.
And
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys.
Because
I always thought Muppet Babies ran through like 1995.
Muppet Babies aired in '84, my man. That is 10 years before I was born.
Damn, I
10 years? That's the year I was born. I hate you. You're welcome, stream, by the way.
The last episode
I was around
was
for a
November
while.
of '91, 2 years before I was born.
Although I do want to say his first appearance, straight from his Google search results, various Purina dog food commercials, 1962.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
This guy is an ad man, not just a performer.
Rolf the dog is an admin. His bits on that he did is actually who did he do? Johnny Carson, or it was somebody, but it was really freaking funny because he was basically cursing and making off-color jokes, and you're like, oh, that's right. Before he was like a kids show person, he was kind of like an off, doing a comedy skit. So I was like, ah.
You're so old, Casey.
I know. I'm aware.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Ancient is the
You're right
hills.
aged. You're right. Good size.
I'm getting there, but no, I was like you said, Rolf. I'm like, I gotta make him sing, and then like, who's Rolf? I'm like, oh.
What are you?
Yeah, who's that going to, BT Dubs? That's gotta go somewhere, Casey.
I don't know what to do with it. And like, I thought it was like, hey, it's Ralph. I'll make Ralph sing. And then then when he's like, who's Ralph? I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself right now. I've been cut loose in the universe.
You just bought Sean a plus or minus 10.
Well, I was going to, except he didn't know who Ralph was, so now I gotta figure out something else to do with it. And I was like, ugh.
I mean, I'd take Sean singing in any NPC version.
No, that's my one rule. I don't sing. It's my one rule. No singing.
Okay, so you're taking back that luck thing? That's not a rule anymore?
What luck thing?
The luck... Never mind. The one thing that you're like, yeah, I'm cool with most things, but you can't have.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I banned the lucky feat. Yeah, I banned the lucky.
Now you have 2 rules.
Okay, no, but like I also have the entirety of the D&D 5e handbook, if we want to get technical. My one stream rule is no singing. I don't sing.
Yet.
Boo
No, I don't
earned.
sing. As a lifelong instrumentalist musician, I don't sing.
Wait, you play an instrument?
I play many instruments, actually.
Ooh, I would
Then
take
why
that.
don't you do
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
That counts.
I don't have an instrument.
Put
with me.
a homeless
Do you-
person
do you-
playing.
I guess
playing
there's
something.
a piano downstairs.
I was gonna
There's
say,
a
do you
stereo
play the
downstairs.
piano like Ralph the dog?
I do, not well. I know I play the piano for like music theory purposes, but not for like I
Okay,
don't play the piano.
he's a Muppet. The guy's playing the piano with his fingers in a big fluffy paw shape. I'm sure you can manage.
But like
You know he's not going to leave you alone.
I don't have access. Like the piano is downstairs.
Oh, the
And
people want to know. Wester, you're getting upstaged by Wiz.
Uh-oh. How many instruments? He is the people.
How many instruments do you play, Sean? The people want to
Oh.
know.
Okay. So are we counting all the saxophones as separate instruments?
Yes, but only if you can play them at one time.
No,
Okay, I can't
no.
do that. I'm going to count alto and tenor as the same, but baritone and soprano are their own thing. I'm going to count them as their own thing. So I play all the saxophones. So we're going to count that as 3 because alto and tenor are very similar. I play clarinet. I play flute. I can play the trombone. I can play a little bit of the trumpet, piano, and I guess if you want to count piccolo as a separate instrument, I also play that.
That sounds pretty fucking mobile to me.
And
Some piccolo.
just because I can play it doesn't mean I own it. Those are 2 very different things.
Note to
very
self:
different.
buy piccolo
And
for sure.
is that it?
They're expensive.
I can sort of play the guitar, but I
Worth.
wouldn't count that one. I couldn't play you a tune very well or anything. Strings are for losers anyway. No strings.
He's a no strings attached guy.
I haven't played anything in a very long time. I have many, many guitars, but I have no idea how to play them. Like, a lot of guitars. They were my mom's. So I figure I should learn at some point.
How did we just now find out that you're like musically inclined? How have we skipped this topic for?
He's mentioned it before.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was like 8 or
Thank
9 instruments,
Athy.
though.
I appreciate that you listen to the things that I say.
I try.
Thank you. Athy's my friend. Yeah, I mean, I don't play all of them super well. Let's be clear about that. Like, if I'm going to choose an instrument I play well, it's like 3. But I can play the other one. Like, if you put a gun to my head, I could do it. But
Yeah, thanks, Wiz.
I don't. I was gonna be a music like a music teacher. Like that was my plan. And then I'm like, I'd like to make money at some point in my life. So I decided not to do that. I also was heavily considering becoming a jazz musician. I'm a big fan of jazz. But again, also not something I did.
I have a brother that is a music teacher, and another brother that is performance.
More
He
power
does-
to him. That's a rough road.
He does. He did Broadway once by accident, which was funny,
Mhm.
but it's mostly like off-Broadway stuff.
Sorry, what?
When he was like trying to get his foot to the door, he would go and find the professional people and be like, "Can I take a lesson with you?" and just get to know people. And a couple of like I know at least one or two like while they were performing on Broadway would bring him so they could see what was going on. And he showed up one day and the guy did not because his wife went into labor, so he played his part.
Mm.
So
Damn.
it's like, oh.
Mhm.
But he practice like my brothers are really good musicians. Like he practices all the time. Like he plays trumpet and he carries his mouthpiece around and like buzzes on it in the car, and like he could play entire songs just without the horn attached to it.
Yeah, I remember that life.
I believe that for yeah, I totally believe that.
And then my other brother who plays tuba, he's the one that went as a teacher. He could have been the next like great tuba player. Like he within 6 months of learning how to play made our region band and made like the one after that. There's area band, region band, something else. And like no effort whatsoever.
Okay,
I
I
hate
know
people
this.
like
I know
that.
this may
Both me and my youngest brother are just like, we hate you. Like
Yeah.
why are he's really introverted, which is why he didn't go for like the actual performance. But I'm like, you're a teacher. How did this happen?
Teacher is performance like all day basically.
Yeah.
But like I hate people like when this story's gonna get nerdy. When I did jazz camp one summer,
Oh yes, start that sentence.
we had a xylophone.
Only one
Right.
summer?
I did jazz camp many
And
summers.
continue it with, we had a xylophone.
One of the summers we did it, we had a xylophone part and no one to play it. So the piano player who didn't have much to do in that song was like, I'll do it. And in 2 days, he learned how to play the xylophone and was like really fucking good at it. And xylophone's not like the most complicated instrument. It's complicated enough that I was very upset at him.
It's complicated. It's not the complicated part. It's just it takes a lot of energy. Like any like real like percussion sort of thing, like you get tired. Like that's rough.
Yeah, it's like a piano, but like fucking big.
All your body strength.
I mean, xylophone, you don't have to bang on it that hard, but it's like, it's still.
I did drum corps stuff, so it can get really intense.
Oh yeah. I always stayed away from the drum nerds because they were like super competitive. I was just like, I don't have time for that life.
It's just how drummers are.
Same
that's definitely
with
how
the
drummers are.
trumpeters.
That's
Hey
just-
now. Hey now, I was a
I knew you'd be a
trumpeter.
trumpet player, Ben.
You're
Trumpeters are the most
wandering into
obnoxious
dangerous
instrument.
territory. Hey,
Trumpeters. If I
you're
was gonna
right,
choose,
but fuck you anyway.
like trombone players are like trumpet players but fun.
That I'll agree
That's-
with.
Low brass
That's-
is all obnoxious and wonderful people.
Exactly, they're
That's
annoying
where I
and high
planted
energy,
myself.
which are also the trumpet players. But the trumpet players have giant egos and are very loud and obnoxious. And the trombone players, they're loud and obnoxious, but in like a fun way. Not trumpet.
Hey, Craig,
I'm
Casey,
trying
and Kyle.
to find the lie.
You know, how are you guys doing?
I played bassoon.
Get the fuck out, Kyle. Hey, Craig and Casey, how are you guys doing?
You would play bassoon, Kyle. I believe that.
Double reads,
What
though.
a nerd!
I believe that
Double
immediately.
reads.
I can play just about any music on a CD player or like an MP3 player. That's about all I
Cassettes.
got though.
Air guitar.
Cassettes, yeah. I could rock a record
8-track.
player. 8-track. It'd take me a few seconds to figure that one out again. It's been a while.
So are we talking like what we can play now, or at the height of our musical ability?
I can make a
Height
wax
of your musical
cylinder.
ability.
So in 6th grade, I
Good
could
start.
play
I like it.
piano, viola, and I was also a trumpet player. But only because I was too short to do the trombone. At least that's what my dad.
Okay, so
You
so
do
let's
need kind of long arms to get fit.
to give you guys a clue. All right, when I was in school, and they had the little wood blocks, they took
Yep.
mine away, and they were like,
Uh-huh.
"No, you did ta ta ti ti ta wrong." And they're like, "You just sit there and kind of hum quietly," and that's about all I got to do.
I believe that, Casey.
Yes, they were like, "No, not for you."
But
I totally do.
I will say, in college, I took a musical theory class that we nicknamed the clapping class. That for a class you had to clap along to the beat. And
Some
there are many
people can't do that.
Some people are
many jazz
They
bars
just-
that we went to. And yeah.
My best friend
Brass
just
band plays.
zero rhythm. He was just born without it. Just can't.
How
Isn't
white
that
is his
something that
skin?
happens?
Very.
Here's a question
That's
for the group.
expected.
Mm-hmm.
We don't. I mean, the closest healer we have is our druid, which is
Mhm.
cool. Would a good berry be helpful?
Welcome.
I don't know if this is a very low magic.
Welcome to Goodberry, home of the
Thank you,
Goodberry.
Ben.
Magic
I was gonna
Brewer.
say it, and I
I
decided
thought
not to.
I was thought that's
And
where you were
then-
going. I'm like,
and then
really?
I did it.
Can't even
You're
tell
gonna
which one of you is
miss off
talking
the dog,
anymore.
but you're gonna come up with Good Burger.
Okay. Ben, I have a
Or
question.
are we more of like a group that might need an alarm here or there? Unless someone else is.
I
picking up
feel
on it.
like we're going to be on the move too much to need alarm.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
So
A
Time
Goodberry
to
does have a
carry
use. Like if someone goes
pocket-
down and you don't want to use a spell to heal them, you can give them 1
Ooh.
health to wake them up.
So actually, I was gonna say that is a contested subject. You do allow to be fed
Yeah,
feed
you
other
can-
people good berries.
Correct. Yes, you can do
Okay.
that. It's like feeding them a potion. It's the same kind.
I'm willing to accept that. That's in our favor.
Yeah, you
Alright,
better
well,
be
then
willing to
let's-
accept it, Casey.
That's good. I'm all good at.
I am done then leveling. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I've just been sitting here not doing anything when I could have been doing
So,
that.
Ben, I have a question.
Yes.
We don't sound the same, do we?
I definitely hear a difference between your voice and my voice, but I
Correct.
don't know what my voice sounds like to you
Who the
or to
hell
anyone
gives
else.
you
I'll
two
give you a hint.
the ability
Not the
to
same as
distinguish?
mine.
You guys don't get to decide that. That's
just
not for
did.
you to decide. Well, good for you. Your opinion doesn't matter on this topic.
Hang on.
How
Wait.
dare you?
But they speak differently.
Yeah, it's not
Like, it's-
not their constant voice. They have 2 or 3 phrases that they hit the same
And
way.
their loudness level, I think, is like
Hey.
Hey!
the.
I said that.
I mean, like sort of the haze right
Maybe
there.
it's
or
me
kind of an echoey thing.
watching the mixer bar shoot into red only when 2 people talk.
Yeah,
Hey, close to the
Casey.
mic.
Hey,
Nope,
listen to me,
Casey
listen to me,
can't. Are you
listen to me.
kidding? He's working on his Casio.
Hey now.
Hey, you got a problem with how loud I talk?
You're killing me. I'll turn you down all the way, I swear to God.
Turn down
Oh.
for what?
No, you get 1 per episode. One. No, you're gonna get muted.
Look, I just sang. There we go. That's worth
Oh.
plus 10 or minus 10.
See, and that's Sean, not Ben.
Yeah. You just have
God.
to you have to get me to sing songs I sang while I was
The
really
thing
drunk.
is, I miss webcams on moments like that because I know good goddamn well you were doing a little like.
Oh, I was 100% doing a little jig back and forth in my chair. Like 1,000%, yes. I
You'll
get
be
very
happy to-
animated.
Be happy to know Crag's token has been updated.
If you added more curves into it, I'm gonna be so mad.
No. Less curve. Just a nice circle-ish
Less
shape.
like guitar pick shape.
Circle-ish shape? What have you done?
It's circle adjacent, some might say.
Show us the token! Token.
Circle plus. Can I drag and drop it?
I don't think
I
you
can't.
can.
Yeah, you guys have locked that part down, so I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's a circle with a point. That's all. It's.
I mean, what was the other one even called? Guitar pick?
I don't know. It was definitely weird, and I was like, "Oh, let's pick this. That's unusual for a token shape. Let's unique. Let's pick it."
It only bothered me because it didn't match everybody else. Like if everyone else had like a weird ass shape of their own, it would have been fine.
Oh well, mine won't match this shape either.
It
Then
only
it's already
bothers
bad.
me. It only bothers me because it's not properly angled. It's like not on a 30-degree angle, and it's just fucking bothering me.
Yeah, it's great.
Who knew
That's
he
No,
would
it's
cause
fucking
such
terrible.
controversy?
I'm giving you a compromise. I'm giving you a circle.
Now it just points in a direction that Crag's gonna run off in and open doors randomly.
That is absolutely how you have to use it. Whenever you're about to have Crag run off in a direction, you just slowly, without telling anybody, just
Crag didn't run up there. He was, up there he moseyed up there for a little bit.
Yeah, the session's basically over. Sorry. Yeah, Wiz is like,
We
this
were
is great and
still
all.
streaming?
What the fuck is this? Yes, of course.
oh,
course.
Gotta update the.
Hey Sean,
What up, dog?
how many animals am I allowed to have?
As
I don't
many as your little heart desires.
Wow, that is the
All of
wrong
them.
answer. Just so you know, my parent instincts just were like, "Erk, wrong
Parent.
answer."
Your
All
tyranny
the-
instincts, Casey.
All the wrong answers.
Casey,
Yeah.
if she gets too many, I spawn 80 rats and then I kill her with them.
It doesn't.
I can't use them all
rats.
at once.
They start adopting
I only
rats.
have two choices.
Here's
Yeah.
what happens: you spawn
Yeah,
80 rats, and then you say, "Yeah, you can make an animal handling check," and then they roll 80 crits in a row, and you're like, "Well, how you doing, Willard?" And it's just that bad.
The chances of that happening are so astronomically tiny.
You know, you say
You
that,
think that?
but then it happens.
They are astronomically tiny.
Beetlejuice.
That's 80 to the 20th power, whatever that is.
You know, I feel like it would happen. Oh,
East. Concentrating.
I punch things.
Axe beak. It's a chocobo.
Oh, I got a message. Look at me. I'm so popular.
Are you the head of the class?
Yes. All right. This was fun, everyone. I had a great time. I look
Yes.
forward
I
to
agree.
singing more trashy house music when next we
So-
meet.
Are we going back to our original schedule? So like
I
next
think we're
Friday?
just doing alternating Fridays from now on. I think is the plan.
Okay. So not next Friday, but the
Okay.
Friday after. Yeah.
Not next Friday, but the Friday after. Yeah, which will work out because I'm probably going to be moving this coming weekend. So there's still a
Damn.
chance it might be disrupted. I got a new job and I have to move. It's like a
That was a
Congratulations.
Wasn't that like within the
Thank
week?
you.
That was very
yeah.
quick.
I start this coming Monday,
Yeah, but
And
you
it
took
is-
him out to dinner and wine and dined him first, right?
and it's an hour and 45-minute drive.
Dude, I
so
feel you.
I ain't gonna be doing that. Luckily, my uncle has a house he's not living in. He's letting me live in until I get a permanent place. But I'm trying to make that happen as quickly as possible.
You know, I went from like solidarity, bro, to I fucking hate you so quickly with that sentence.
Just have a rich CEO uncle who has an
Yeah,
extra
let me
house.
fucking work on that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, it's been fun. Thanks, guys.
Goodbye, everybody. Good night. I love some of you.
Goodbye.
Night night.
Good night.
Farewell, auf Wiedersehen.